Let me into that machine. No, you can't go on now. Papi's doing his stuff. I can't, Professor, or you'll just watch me. Let me into that machine. No, you can't go on now. Papi's doing his stuff. I can't, Professor, or you'll just watch me. Let me into that machine. No, you can't go on now. Papi's doing his stuff. I can't, Professor, or you'll just watch me. Let me into that machine. No, you can't go on now. Duffy's doing his stuff. I can't, Professor.
Welcome to the Crimson Room or something like that.
Ara. Welcome to the Crimson Room, sweetie.
Welcome to the Crimson Room. Please take a seat.
No need to be nervous. The Crimson Room welcomes you.
Oh, welcome to the Crimson Room. You look so sweet.
Welcome to the Crimson Room. Enjoy your stay.
Hi, welcome to the Crimson Room. Have a seat, please.
Welcome to the Crimson Room, darling.
Yara Daza. Welcome to the Crimson Room.
Oh, hello there. My master has been expecting you. Please, come this way and enjoy your time in the Crimson Room.
Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome to the Crimson Room. We are joined by a very fun special guest, Juvei.
Hi.
I was gonna say, can you hear me?
Yeah, I get you. Hi. Hi, everybody.
Thank you for joining us. Your people have demanded that I pay your hydro fee.
Okay, no, so that debt has been shoved on me by Mr. Calamity. I did not consent to this. So you don't have to pay off anything if it doesn't exist.
Too late. I've already did it.
Disgusting. Absolutely
It's just water.
disgusting. I hate water.
You hate water? Oh
Do you not know that cats hate water? Disgusting.
You've not met my cat. My cat likes to jump in the shower with me.
That I don't know how to feel about that.
He is a quarter Mancoon, so like water doesn't bug him as much.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense now.
Yeah, he doesn't like water on his face, but he likes water on his fur.
Oh, cute. Oh my god, yeah. Wait, how come you've never seen cat pictures yet? I'm offended. I'm a little bit
There's
offended.
cat pictures in the Discord.
Okay, that's a fair point.
My wife was gonna put more there in the second, so you can see more cat pictures.
Amazing. I can't wait.
He's big, dude. My cat's big. He bullies my dog.
I think I might have seen him before. I just don't remember because I have a little nap brain.
It's all good. You have the cat brain.
Yes, I do. Oh my god. You know, I appreciate all of my people being here. But
oh my god, that's so bad.
Cats are awesome.
Cats are awesome.
I love my
And
cat.
anyone who says otherwise, they can fight me. Though to be fair, I have a little orange boy and he is a little menace to society.
Dude, I have we have a gray tabby. She's like the princess of like the entire house. Like she shuts up shop anywhere and she will not move. She hates moving.
So great. That is so great.
Yeah, her name is Princess Momomochi.
Oh
Mono
my
Mochi.
goodness. Do you have like a little collar for her?
We don't have collars for the cats.
Oh, okay.
The dog's the only one who needs a collar because he gets walked. But the collar we did have for our black cat, Dongo, she has it around her wrist. So that way she's always like, oh look, it reminds me of him when he was a baby.
Oh, that's so cute.
Because we got him at 6 weeks, dude. He was like really baby. He still had like no color in his eyes yet.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
God damn it, Melissa. God damn it, Melissa.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to show you guys some cat pictures. Oh
Go ahead.
They sunk.
It's a cat family here. We like all animals. If I had a farm, we'd have alpacas and like miniature cows and whatnot.
I do not like alpacas. I actually got spat at one, and it kind of like terrified me.
You gotta spit on it back, bro.
Yeah. No.
It's dominance. It's a dominance.
His friends were ganging up on me. It's because I didn't have any more food for it.
I have to do a redeem. Give me a second. Ana Melissa. There. I had to just do one.
I see.
I'm gonna fight you if you say anything. I have a spray bottle ready.
No, not the spray bottle. Dude, I have PTSD with that because not only do I have a redeem for like a virtual spray bottle,
yeah,
my husband literally bought a spray bottle in real life and he
He's rad.
sprays it at me.
Big ups to your husband. He's awesome.
No.
I'm gonna spray bottle too.
No.
Okay.
My chat encourages it and I hate it.
Okay, I gotta praise somebody. What's a good praise phase? Praise say? Oh my lord, English is not my strong suit right now. Okay, I got one. Okay. You're doing good, Melissa, okay? And you're gonna keep doing good, and every day you do well, just know I'm proud of you. So never feel fear, because Papi's always here. Bam. Bars.
Damn. Oh, I needed that. That's so cute.
That's everyone needs to get told at least by one person that they're doing a good job and that they're proud of them.
I don't know how my chat would feel if I gave them compliments like that.
Would they stop spraying? They might actually stop spraying you with a spray bottle. You ever think of that?
I feel like it would encourage them more, and I don't know if I can handle them being little freaks even more so than they already
positive
are.
reinforcement, I hear, is great with people.
I will definitely try it on one stream and see how it goes.
Oh, it's gonna go horrible. It's gonna be hilarious.
Oh my god, I can't wait.
But welcome, Juvie. Thank you so much for coming. I know we had scheduling issues, at least for a while. It was just a Sunday. It was just having to move Sunday to Monday.
Yeah.
Not too crazy.
It happens. Life gets busy.
Yeah, no, definitely. Especially like now, my certain Saturdays are busy for me now because they switched my schedule from work. Usually, I used to have Saturday, Sunday off. Now they switched me over for Monday and Sundays off because they kind of upgraded me. It's a weird thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of annoying though, having to work on a Saturday.
Yeah, especially when I live in a different country, so like the drive is like a little longer.
Ooh, that sounds awful. Can I redeem a praise for Juvei?
If that's what you want, go ahead. If that's what you want, go ahead. There's no exact rules, so if you want to pass it off, you can.
Don't you dare encourage this. Don't you dare! My chat knows my weaknesses!
You know what, GV? You're doing good, and I'm really happy to have you on my podcast. Thank you so much. You're being a good cat.
I'm not acknowledging this. Oh my gosh. Anyway.
But welcome.
Stop it.
Welcome in. Thank you again. I did want to I know you had questions to ask me, but I did have questions to ask you. Oh, where'd you go? Sorry about that. I made you disappear for a second.
Oh no.
The magic was strong. But I did want to ask you a question. Where'd you get your name from? Because it sounds like I'm so close to saying Juvia because I was a fairy tale fan, but it says it's Juvie, and it's hard not to want to say like Juvia, Juvie something.
So this is actually like a little bit of an embarrassing story because I used to play like back in my day, and I'm talking about like whenever I was 15, okay, chat, this is like about 10 years ago. I used to play something called IMVU. I don't know if you know of that.
IMVU?
Yeah, IMVU. I was a little menace on that game.
Everyone does their thing. I'm not gonna be mad.
Yeah, I was a little menace on that game, and I got my name from there, and it kind of just stuck with me. And I took it over to Final Fantasy 14 because I was like heavy in the modding community and everything. And I just stuck with it, and I grew off of that name. So why change, you know?
That is true. Have you ever watched Fairy Tail?
I have not. I am uncultured. I have not watched a lot of things.
Fairy Tail is... Fairy Tail, I feel like, is a lot of people's like underappreciated anime. Thank you again, King Sabram, for the follow so much. We're getting closer to 500, and that's scary because then we have to do the 500 celebration stream.
Amazing. Also, King is my twin.
Awesome.
Me and him, we share brain cell.
That's the
and
best.
A lot of things in common.
Nice. But for Melissa's message, she asked us what our favorite Fairy Tail character is. If I had to guess based off you, I think you would. There is a kitty sorcerer in Fairy Tail. Yeah.
Definitely.
Like her magic.
100.
I think her magic allows her to like, basically. I can't remember her name, and it's not Minerva. I don't know why I can't remember her name, but she basically can like. Her magic allows her to get like super strong, based off like a cat kind of style.
Oh my god, yeah. If I watch it, then yeah, she would definitely be my favorite. Anything cat related.
Favorite character for me, I might have to go to Gajio. Gajio's my favorite. Gajio's the Iron Dragon. I have his Fairy Tail marking, so it's Gajio. Gajio's my favorite.
Oh my god, I need to like Google what he looks like.
He kind of looks like I guess what's the word I'm looking at? He's like a metalhead. He's got piercings. He's got he looks like he's 50.
Oh.
But he's like only 2 years older than the main character. The main character's like 16. So he's like 18 years old.
Rocking those daddy vibes already, I see you.
Yeah, he is. He's fucking awesome. And he's a blues singer. He likes the blues.
Oh my god. Okay, I might have to watch it then.
And he has a cat.
Okay, I'm sold. I'll watch it sometime.
And his cat's name is Panther Lily.
I'm guessing it's an anime, right?
It's an anime.
Okay, do you have like a favorite one? Like a favorite anime?
Dude, favorite anime? It's always gonna be this, and I'm always gonna have like love for it. The basic answer would be Sage Dragon Ball, but an anime that's inspired me for like ever, like in general, it's Yu Yu Hakusho. Yu Yu Hakusho's inspired me like ever since I was a kid. It's one anime I could watch up and down like 50 times and still get like overexcited about and cry, and it does too many feelings to me.
Aww.
That's not all moments. That's good. That's good. Feelings are good.
It's ours, and like it makes you have that effect, like in a good way.
Someone redeemed a howl. Give me a second. If you have dogs and they hear this, I apologize.
Love it. I love it. That was a good howl.
I do that in the woods. I like to like set off the coyotes and everything else.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait. So do you like live out in the country?
Amanda Hug and Kiss.
Wait, hold on a
I'm
second.
looking for Amanda
Someone
Hug and
is
Kiss.
redeemed.
Why can't I find Amanda Hug and Kiss?
Someone redeemed the Amanda Hug and Kiss. I don't know if you ever watched The Simpsons, but that was like a joke. When you prank call someone and you ask for something like, "Hey, is Amanda there? Amanda Hug and Kiss?" And then the guy's supposed to go, "I'm looking for Amanda Hug and Kiss." Hey, is there Amanda hug and kiss? I'm looking for Amanda hug and kiss.
I have never heard of that before.
There's an old school prank. This is like back when phones were like the best thing to do for prank calls.
You see, I was a very sheltered child.
Oh.
I didn't get up to a lot of mischief in my youth.
Oh, okay, well. I used to play with sticks and mud and bang on people's doors and run away.
Really, I was a sheltered princess. I won't lie to you.
I was a wild child, dude.
I can see it. I can see it. I can imagine it.
I was on the streets a lot. I never realized until like now I'm almost 30 and I'm like, dang, like I should probably not have been like 12 years old, like hopping trolleys and like going like far away from my like residency. Like I'm surprised.
12 years old.
I was a rebel. We were bad. We can go into that later. What were you gonna say before that though? You were saying before the Amanda hug and kiss.
Oh, dude, I forgot. I have like an attention span of a goldfish.
I think you're gonna say something about after the howl. It was after the howl you're gonna say something.
No, I don't remember. I'm sure it will come to me later on whenever something random triggers my brain.
Okay, I think because we were talking about favorite animes.
Oh, right. Yeah, I was saying like, oh, it's or in a good way because it makes you feel those emotions.
Exactly. See, like, I don't know. I grew up. Well, I'm Mexican, so like I grew up in a very Latin household. People who are also Latino, Hispanic know that like it's very machisto. Like it's very masculine. There's a lot of things that we don't do and we do, which is kind of a contradictory because men are allowed. I guess it's not against men crying in Latin culture, but it's not like it's a really wishy-washy thing. Some people say no, like in Latin culture it's okay for men to cry, and then some others will be like no, men are not allowed to cry. It's a weird jibble jobble depending on the generation, but yeah, I grew up with like a person who was like, yeah, like you shouldn't cry over everything, and I was like, oh, that makes sense. I shouldn't cry over everything, but it's okay to cry for some things, like some things that are worth tears. And I always thought like anime's worth it because anime makes me like feel emotions.
Dude, I think the only anime I ever cried over was Princess Mononoke, and that was whenever without any. I'm not gonna say it, but it was like a really like sad moment in that anime, just for spoilers and stuff. But that was the only anime I have ever cried to. The rest was just like, yeah.
What scene made you cry? I'm trying to think what scene made you cry because I love watching that movie over and over again.
Okay. Warning for spoilers if you haven't seen it.
It's like 15 years old.
Listen.
More than 15 years old.
That's fair. It was the part where the wolf died.
Oh, her mom?
Yeah, that got me. That got me in the feels. I'm not gonna lie.
That was really sweet. I do think there is like the scene that does make me teary-eyed, and it's the scene where she's like crying to her mom and she's like, I hate them all, and her mom kind of has like that realization that like she might lose, her daughter might die in this war, and she's kind of not for that. She's like, he loved you. He would have taken you away from here, and it's that realization that like I forgot the mom's name, but it's that realization that she's kind of learning that, hey, like maybe I don't want my kids to die in this war.
Yeah.
Like it sounded good in theory, but now that it's like on the cusp of happening, I would rather not my sons and my daughter to die on the battlefield. But that honestly, I watched it once, I couldn't watch it again. It's so sad. I think the one I could never like watch again. Like I like Spirited Away a lot. Spirited Away always made me cry.
Yes.
But there's just so much like but Miyazaki just has like that powerful like aura that any movie can have a happy ending and still feel like hard not to cry. Like for my wife, it's Howl's Moving Castle. That's her favorite. That's like her. That's her go-to.
I fucking love.
Oh, and Ponyo's your favorite too.
It's so good. I love the love story between Howl and Sophie. Oh my god. Oh, I could watch that movie forever. I think Howl's Moving Castle and Spirited Away are like my top 2 anime movies of all time.
For her, it's Ponyo and Howl's Moving Castle.
Really? I wasn't a fan of Ponyo that much.
I don't know, Ponyo was cute. Ponyo was like, it was cute. That's what I liked about it. It was fun, it was cute.
Yeah.
But for me, it is like, I always put like Princess Mononoke up as like my favorite Hayao Miyazaki film. And then second is hard because if it's not, it's Castle in the Sky is really dear to my heart. So is My Neighbor Totoro. But it might be Grave of the Fireflies.
Oh, dude, you're listing out movies I haven't seen. I've never seen My Neighbor Totoro.
That one is like
great.
Fun. It's a fun movie, I think.
Is it?
Yeah, it's cute. It has like a little, like all movies have a little sad, little riff-raff in there. There is moments of like a sad maybe happening, but overall, like there's just like, it's just warm-hearting.
I see. That's probably why I avoided it, because I'm a little baby whenever it comes to like I am a crybaby. I get sad over like the littlest things, especially whenever it comes to like animals and stuff, or like really heartfelt storylines.
You need to watch Wolf Children, dude. Have you seen that one?
No. I seen an edit of it with a music video. I couldn't bring myself to do it.
It is like I can't explain it, but like when I watch it, my heart just melts in so many different directions. And like, ironically, so my older brother, he's not biologically my brother, but I love him to death. I love him. He's the shoujo, like he loves like the sad stories, like that's his go-to anime. And I remember when this came out in theaters, he was like, yo, what are you doing? I'm like, just chilling. Why? He goes, you want to go watch a movie? I'm like, what movie? It's called Wolf Children. I'm like, yeah, sure. I didn't know it was an anime. I thought it was like whatever was on theaters. I was like, sure. It must be an indie film. I've not seen this. We go, it's animated, and I'm like, oh, you should have told me this is an anime film. Was this like a manga or something? He goes, no. This is just like a studio made this. And we watched this, and it was good. I cried. He was crying too. I was like, see, this is why we're brothers, because we get each other on that wavelength of like, we know what the assignment was. You haven't noticed? Yeah, I didn't notice.
Oh my goodness, I couldn't. I can't watch it. I watched that. No, if it made you cry, it's gonna make me cry.
To be fair,
I'm not about that.
I'm más sensitivo. Like I'm a very sensitive guy. Like anything with like children and mother, or like father and sons and sibling stuff, like that'll always make me cry. That's always a go-to. Like that's like my weakness, is that kind of stuff.
Everybody make notes.
It's the truth. Like I think my dad and me went to go watch like Man of Steel when like together, and there's like a scene where like Superman tells his like adopted dad, like, am I still your son? I remember telling my dad, like, I remember like crying, and my dad was like, you good? I was like, yeah, I'm fine. I was just like, oh my god. I'm fine, it's just kind of cold in here. It's raining in here, I think.
Oh my god, speaking of crying, so I have my best friend, Heathen. She cries a lot. Like, she literally tells us that she's a little pussy whenever it comes to like just crying over like nothing. And I am such a horrible friend that I get satisfaction from seeing her cry. And I will literally say something that like I know that will make her cry, like happy tears, and I will just say it, and I'll watch her cry, and I will just laugh because I find it so it's like amusing. It's bad.
You're fucked.
Oh my gosh.
What's up, princess?
I don't know if she's watching right now, but
she probably is gonna be like, this bitch.
Yeah. But oh no, she knows. She knows. She's always like, why do you hate me? It's just like, I do it because I love you.
I was gonna say, you did have questions to ask me. I will go tit for tat with your questions. That way it seems fair enough.
Oh, okay. Let me bring out my list. Okay. First off, what is your biggest pet peeve whenever you first meet someone, like, or if you get to know them?
My biggest pet peeve when I first get to know people is when they brag about stuff. I'm all for a humble brag because I can understand, like, you don't mean to, hype up your name. But when you're first meeting me and you're like, yeah, I do pretty good for myself. I'm working this place, I'm working that, I make this amount of money. My automatic first thought is like, we can't be cool. You care too much about materialistic shit. That's not what I'm about.
Right.
Like, it's cool to have stuff. And if you're like, oh yeah, I mean, I do well for myself, that's perfect. What's up, Scavix? You're not late. You're only like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. 30 minutes. It's so good. We're barely getting to stuff. But yeah, I don't like people who brag when they're first meeting me. You could brag later because I know it's a joke and I already know you enough that I can go, shut the fuck up before I fucking slap you or something. But like, if your first instance of meeting me is trying to impress me, I have to like, I can't fuck with you.
Yeah.
I'm not cool.
Like, they come across as very narcissistic as well, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I can see it. I don't vibe with that either.
Okay, so my question for you is, what began your streaming journey? Like, were you face camming streaming first and then just jumped into VTubing? Or did you want to be a VTuber first, then go into streaming?
So, that's actually a really good question because I first started streaming, like, back in 2023 for like 2 months, and the reason why I wanted to get into it was because I was with a group of friends and one of them was a streamer. And we would play League of Legends and he'd be like, oh hey, yeah, you're gonna be on my stream and everything. And it's like, I never was like a part of the whole YouTube culture or like the Twitch streaming culture.
Yeah.
So that fascinated me, how he was on Twitch talking to an audience and just playing games. And because I was currently in America, I moved that year to America and I was like in the process of getting my green card and everything. Nice. I wasn't allowed to work, so I was like, you know what, I have all of this like free time on my hand, let's try and delve into streaming. And I didn't know anything about the VTubing community and I didn't want to show my face,
I'm so sorry.
My friend was just like, oh, what?
Because you said I didn't know nothing about the VTubing community. I was like, oh, you jumped in? Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I jumped in head first. And my friend like helped me find a custom, like a pre-made model and everything on Etsy. And I just started from there. I just dove in head first, didn't know what the fuck I was doing. And it was really fun for like those 2 months that I streamed. It was really, really fun.
Nice. So I don't mean to like cut you off before you ask your next question. I just wanted to follow up with that one. So when you made a pre-made model, or you didn't make it, but when you bought it, like, did they give you like I'm just curious on this. Did they give you instructions how to use it, or do you buy the license to it as well?
Oh, the person that I bought it from, they gave me instructions on how to use it. Because like a whole bunch of other people used it. Yeah.
Okay.
So it was just really easy setting up and everything.
And it wasn't that expensive, or it has to be like what, $600,
No.
$500?
No. So because it was a pre-made one, and because a lot of other people already had it, it was actually only $30. And she offered custom like colors for you as well. So if you wanted to change like the hair, the outfit, like and stuff like that, you could like commission her to do that.
I see.
So yeah, I think I spent like $50, and that was my first model.
One of these days, we'll see. I always say I'm gonna do 2D eventually, but like I kind of dig 3D because I don't know, it just has like a little like interest to me.
Yeah.
But you can ask your next question now.
Okay, let me see. Actually, I'm gonna follow up on your question. What made you get into streaming?
Oh, okay. Oh my god. So what got me into streaming was I always wanted to do content creation. I used to like do vocal covers when I was like 15, 16 to like some of my favorite bands. So I used to do like Asking Alexandra vocal covers, Memphis Mayfire, A Day to Remember, Amity Affliction. That was like those are some of like the bands when I was growing up were like my like favorite ones to watch. So I would always do vocal covers, and I was thinking, I was like, okay, well, eventually I want to go into gaming, which I did. I had a PS5, I had a crappy mic, and I would play like a bunch of games, and I was like, oh man, like there's something missing. I gotta like get an avatar or something. And it wasn't until like my 20s when I was out of college. Well, I dropped out of college because anxiety and stress, and I was just working, and I had been out of work because we had the big CO. And I was like, what should I do? Like, and a lot of the friends I had just met recently were really into gaming. I had this old laptop, and I had started making like anime review stuff, and I had made like a cheap little model that was like just a pish posh thing that you can make off a free website. And all my friends were like, oh dude, you should like look into VTubing. And at the time there was only like a couple. V Shoujo was barely coming out. Iron Mouse was one of the streamers I would watch, so it would be Project Melody. They all did collabs with one of my favorite YouTubers who was becoming a VTuber at that time as well, Nuxtaku. And I was like, I just gotta do it. I just gotta become a VTuber too. Like that looks hella fun. So I had went to the casino January 1st. My friends and me, my brother, he's not biologically my brother, but he's the younger brother, my older brother. We all went to the casino January 1st. Our friend, shout to him, Romeo, I love you, buddy. Congrats on the second baby. He gave each of us $100 and was like, hey, you guys play, and yeah, we'll just play. Here's $100, each of you guys. We each got $100 each. I love poker. That's the one thing me and my dad bound over. So I went to play 3-hand poker. Me and him were just coming up on money. I turned 100 to I think like around $1,100. So it was a good day. So I made like 1,100, and I originally what I was gonna do was I was gonna throw a big birthday party. I used to be a big party animal when I was single. And I was like, yo, I'm gonna run a fucking place in downtown San Diego. We're gonna turn up. It's just gonna be bitches blowing bottles, bro. We're gonna fucking do it up. And then, because this is all happening during the big CO. So like, a lot of the Airbnbs are like, we can't rent to you because, you know, restrictions for the COVID. And I was like, God damn you. What am I supposed to use this money on? And my friends at the time, these were the friends I would be like, they would just play Among Us. I couldn't really run anything else, so I would just play Among Us with them when we can. That was all we were running on. That computer could only run Among Us. So I remember they had told me, dude, you should get a PC. And I was like, I only have at that time I only had like $900 left because we went to go eat and stuff. So we made sure we bought steaks. We ate like kings, and I was like, I only got like $900 left. What should I do with it? And I looked online, and there was like, hey, get a pre-made PC from Walmart. They're actually not terrible. They're pretty good if you're a beginner gamer. And I was like, I'm a beginner gamer. So I was like, fuck yeah, let's do this. And I got it, and I've had it ever since. And it's the only thing I've ever had to do was upgrade the RAM to like 16 gigs instead of running 8 gigs. And now here we are. Now I get to it still works pretty good. My PC is pre-made, but it holds up pretty well. I'm able to run my model. I'm able to run games. It's only a little bit. It just sucks a little bit, but for the amount I paid for it, I'm actually pretty happy.
Yeah, it sounds like a good deal, honestly.
But
oh, dude, I kinda, if you're willing to listen, obviously,
I'm
but
here.
I want to add on to my YouTuber and streaming journey.
Go ahead. I'm all here for this.
I have a wild ride. Okay,
This is the best. I love this.
Okay, so you know how I mentioned I streamed for like 2 months back in 2023, right?
Yeah.
Like, I was lucky enough to have an amazing group of friends that supported me. I got affiliate within a short time, and everything was going great.
Yeah.
I was happy. Ha! Then, out of the fucking woodworks, my ex-boyfriend stalked me for 6 years managed to find my Twitch handle and find my Discord. So after he like messaged me and stuff, like this was a guy that I had to call like the police on and stuff because of how bad the relationship was back in England. And you know, I'm in the US now. I'm far away from him. Yet
Good.
He's still trying.
God.
And I remember it like scared me off the internet for 2 whole years. And it was only recently, I think like a month and a half, no, 2 months now. Yeah, it's been 2 months. I recently started back up streaming again. And I will say the comeback that I've had and like all the people that I've met have been amazing. It has been such an incredible journey. But yeah, that ultimately kind of like halted my entire like streaming life and playing games and just being on the internet because of him. Because of that motherfucker that stalked me. Oh gosh. So yeah, that's been a thing. That's been a thing.
I can kind of see where you're coming from. My wife has a similar experience. She her ex was very I guess I'll use the word handsy and very physical.
Okay.
And even now he still tries to like hit her up, and he tries to belittle our relationship, and it's like, I know one day, like I it's so cringy shit, but it's like he's like, I know one day we'll find each other again, and you'll see that I've changed for the better. And it's such a wild thing, and it just goes to show, like, he comments on everything that I'm not in, because he thinks he's, you know, in his eyes he's like, oh, this is just a little relationship, it's not a real thing. I'm like, we're gonna get married in like 2 months from now, like it's gonna happen. Like, I don't know who you think you are, buddy. Like, you can't just hit a woman and think like you can get her back like later.
Oh my god, the audacity!
The narcissity
as well, dude. That reminds me, whenever I got married to my husband, my ex literally messaged me, and I'm just like, why are you still stalking me?
Yeah.
Like, I'm in the US, like, get over it. It's been 6 years.
Yeah.
God,
just
crazy.
And it's one of those things where, like, sometimes she's like, she used to be very scared on getting on the internet.
Yeah.
She's had to make 3 different like Twitch because he would find her. And
oh my god.
She basically was like, nah, I'm not gonna let this motherfucker like bully me out. And even then now, like I'm always like on the lookout just in case. Your character threw me off, sorry. I'm always on the case. I'm always ready just in case, like, I need to like handle. And I'm like, dude, I hope to God, bro. Like, I'm not small. I'm 6'1". Him are on the same build, but we ain't cut from the same jib. Like, I grew up from like my culture. You don't hit a woman. If you hit a woman, you're at the time they used to use this horrible slur for gay people, but that's not what we do now. But like, I can't respect no real man lays hands on a woman. Well, that's how I was raised. But give me a second before we keep going with the questions. Hordling, I know Aria is gonna get mad that I'm not like doing my soft boy talk, because this is like her favorite thing to request for me. So.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm going to ask this question. So you can ask a question again, and I will reply in the soft boy voice. So ask a question.
Okay. Let me find a good one.
God damn it, you can just ask the next one.
What's one of your biggest challenges in life?
So one of my biggest challenges in life, and I wouldn't say it's embarrassing, but it is kind of something that a lot of people struggle with, and I still kind of struggle with sometimes, and that's my weight. I'm kind of a big guy, so like my weight kind of throws me off sometimes, and it kind of gets to me sometimes. You know, sometimes you look yourself in the mirror and you realize, damn, you kind of need to cut back on some stuff. It does. It's hard, but you know, sometimes at the same time too, I've learned to love myself, and I think once you're able to love yourself, it's easier to kind of go to the gym every day. It's easier to kind of not focus too much on all of that and just be happy with yourself, because once you're happy, you don't feel like it's a necessity. You feel like it's more of a goal. And you know, I'm happy every day that I get to like wake up, and sometimes I have energy to go to the gym and work out, and maybe sometimes I'm able to shed some pounds, sometimes I gain it back quick, but at the end of the day, I'm happy with myself. And yeah, so that's one of my biggest challenges. But to anyone who else has that same challenge, just know you guys can do it, because I can do it. And everyone else who struggles with their weight and is scared to try, just know that I'm here for you, and I want to see you hit your goal, and I will hit my goal. And it's not a race, but it is a marathon that we can all finish together.
I love that. Oh my goodness, I love that.
You guys are sick bastards.
So like, I know it was genuine, but with the soft boy voice, it sounded like so heartfelt.
It's supposed to be heartfelt.
Oh my goodness. But no, I completely understand about the challenges in gaining weight and all that, because I come from an Asian household, and you know, they are very living up to the stereotypical of you have to be like supermodel size, otherwise you're considered fat. And I'm like on the thicker side. You know, I have thick thighs, I have a thick ass, I love my food. I'm not overweight, but I am on the chunkier side of things compared to like, you know, an average person that's like a size 10 or something.
Yeah.
So my mom has always like been my worst critic. Like every time I put on a bit of weight, every time I lose it, it's just like the narcissistic side of her comes out. And nothing.
You would love my wife.
Nothing is enough.
You guys could have a wine and talk about all of this.
Oh my god, we do. We do. I feel like I would vibe well with your wife.
It's the same story, essentially.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. She has a mom who is very critical of her weight growing up, and she had an eating disorder for a while too.
Mm-hmm.
Still does kind of. It's a work in progress.
Yeah. What's the I forgot the term of it, but there's a term where it's like you see yourself as larger. Body dysmorphia.
Yeah.
I actually suffer from that because of my mom. So it's like I will see myself a lot bigger than I actually am. But it's horrible. It's horrible. Because for me personally, like my stance on it is that if you're happy with yourself, if you love yourself, that's all that matters, you know?
Yeah.
So yes, I agree.
And I think this is not this is just adding on to that topic. And I think one of the hardest things in the world is growing up is trying to one is trying to be happy in your own body. And it gets harder, especially when there's body dysmorphia, there's gender dysmorphia, there's so many things that happen to you like at a young age in high school. Like my always biggest word of advice to especially people growing up is simple. Is like when you hit a certain age, none of that shit really matters. And it's usually in college when you start realizing, you know what? Hey, I'm not horrible. I'm not horribly that's my dog, disfigured. And I say this because I remember I said this in a class once. I used to have so many, other than my body, I'm a big guy, This is TMI. This is so much TMI. I'm so sorry.
No, I don't care. No, I don't care. I'm open.
But if it wasn't the fact that I was bigger, and I wasn't that big in high school, but the fact that I was like a larger dude, it was like the size of my what I was packing with, and I used to be very self-conscious about that. And I remember this was like in a health class, or it was like a sex therapist class. I can't remember what it was. It was in college, but I remember like I had told them, like, we're talking. Oh my god, buddies, what's up? Buddies, you need to go bathrooms? We can go in a bit, okay? I'll let you out in a second. But I had told, because we were talking about stuff, and I remember this girl, like, she was kind of not crying, but she was like very open about her boyfriend's issues, and that her boyfriend had cried because he felt like he couldn't get it up, and he thought there was something wrong with him, and she was just comforting him. And then she kind of broke down crying. She goes, I like him a lot, and it hurts to see him hurt because I don't want him to think, you know, that I don't want to be with him if he can't do those things. And I remember I was like, hey, let me tell you something. I said, this is here for the whole class to say. You gotta get, like, it's anxiety. Anxiety is what's destroying your boyfriend. She's like, but I don't want him to be like, no. You're not putting that stress on him. He's putting the stress on himself. And I was like, look, I hope this is not TMI. Don't put him on blast here, but like, how was it look? Like, is he packing or he's not? She's like, it's good. It's a size. You know, she's like, look, I like him for him. I don't care the size of it. I was like, okay. For him, that's almost everything. He's totally focused that if it's not a certain size, that he's not going to be able to do anything for you. He's not going to be like basically perfect for you. And it's that kind of stress that's keeping him from going from ant to ant. So basically, like, you know, small to like this. And I told her, I was like, look, I'm gonna tell the class something real quick. I ain't packing heat. Like, I'm looking at a good solid 3 to 4, maybe sometimes, maybe 5 on a good day, if I'm really filling up for it. And the class was like, wait, what? And I'm like, I hope this is not too much for you guys. Just letting you know, like, I ain't packing heat. I am not like this. I'm not here to brag. There's nothing to brag about here. But this is back when solo leveling was a manhwa I was reading, not the anime. I was like, I'm straight up. I maxed my dagger. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have I'm not rocking the long sword here, but like an RPG game, I maxed out the stats on my fucking dagger and my whole other characteristics. And so I said, this is in class, dude. And my buddy's in front of me, my main man. He's kind of like, he goes, yeah, I seen it. I know my boy. Like, he's just vouching for me.
No.
And he goes, look, once you get over that hurdle, once you get over the fact that, like, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You find yourself, you will find yourself doing a lot better in that department, the bedroom department. And then the professor, she starts laughing. She goes, I knew I loved you guys because we're both big, mean looking guys. And she goes, I know I loved you guys. She goes, you know what? That's a brave thing to say. I know, it was like, it has to be said. Some guys get really self-conscious about this. A lot of guys will lose sleep over the fact that they're scared of ever having to be physical with a woman because they think, if I'm not a certain size, she's going to laugh at me. She's going to break up with me. I'm here to tell those guys, you know what? Fuck that, bro. That doesn't matter.
Like, I want to add to this because my stance, and I have a mortifying story to tell you as well as afterwards.
Go ahead.
But honestly, it's like, size does not matter. It is how you use it, as long as you're not a selfish lover, in my opinion. Based on someone who has been in 6 relationships before I married, all of them was like, they had, like, you know, bigger, down there. They were all selfish. They brought me nothing to the fucking table. And it's like, I remember the one boyfriend that I had, he wasn't as big, like, you know, just average, less than average. He made sure that I got my
nut
thing off, like my rocks off. Yeah, that I got my rocks off, because it's like, it doesn't matter about how big you are, as long as you're like attentive, you care, and you know, you make sure your partner is enjoying themselves. And on to the horrifying story. I was never that type of person to have like one night stands and stuff.
Yeah.
This was like whenever I was 18 going on to 19. I just broke up with my first ever boyfriend. You know, he was my first everything.
Yeah.
And I had a friend online who drove 6 hours to see me because I was like, you know what? I need a distraction. Let's
He
have
was
some
dedicated.
fun. He was dedicated. And I was like, let's see where this goes. You know, it can just be a friendship.
Yeah.
You can just see. And, you know, we rented our hotel room. Things, you know, happened. Whenever I say that size doesn't matter, I mean it. Because his down there was actually no bigger than my pinky finger. But he was also a selfish lover. So it was like less than 5 minutes. And then he rolled over and I was like, oh my god, that was great. How was it for you? And I just laid there. I was just like, I don't know what to say to like, I didn't want to be insulting, but it's like I did not get off at all. And I was just like, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go home now.
Oh my
Like,
god.
It was bad. It was bad. And again, size doesn't matter. It's how you use it and how you are caring to the other person. He was not. He acted as if he was like the best, that he like rocked my world, and I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna go home now. Like, thanks for coming to visit
That's so.
me, but
those are always the awkward moments when like you have to send somebody home, and like you have to go home, and you're like, okay, how do I tell this person, hey, we're done now? Like it's time for, it's time to leave.
Right, and
Yeah.
you know, I being the naive young person that I was back then. You know, he stayed the night. I didn't. I went back to my house and I met up with him the next day because I was going to see him off. I was like, you know what? Maybe it was just a fluke. Maybe it was just first time performance.
Yeah.
It was not. And yet I was still dedicated in possibly dating him to like help him understand that, you know, that never happened.
That's the hard part. I think that's like the hard part in every like I want to say sprouting relationship, but any like physical intimate moment is telling a person, hey, can you like slow down a bit and like take your time, because this is not a race. Like just because you win, if you win doesn't mean like you're better than me. Just letting you know this. Like if you win, I'm going to have complaints about this. Like this is a race where you want to be second place.
Indeed. Let me tell you, I never had a one-night stand after that again.
Communication key, dude. Yeah, it is. Communication is always key, dude. Like, I think I don't want to put my buddy's business under the bus here, but I know I had a friend who he married like the first girl that he lost it to, and their relationship didn't end well. She was I saw the early signs of it, especially when she had broken up with her last boyfriend for him, and I had kind of told them, I was like, do you like, because the reason why was with her and her last boyfriend, because he was also a friend of ours, they got into a fight because he was like, oh yeah, like he had told his woman, oh, like we talked about a threesome and we want it, and he was hoping it was just going to be her and her friend, and she said, so when he said her friend's name and she said his friend's name, they kind of were like, he was kind of like, wait, why the fuck would I add Freddie in this? Oh, I said his name. It's all good. He doesn't watch these.
Oh.
He doesn't. He's busy with his, his babies, plural, I guess. But so like so he was like, at the time he used to be Mr. Ride or Die for the homies, because he had never had a girlfriend before, and he was like, bro, I would never do that to you, bro. I would never want to be in an incident like that with you guys, like ever. And you fucking, and that caused Freddy Fazbear Freddy Fazbear. Let's go with that. So that happened. That started the fight, and they broke up. Like I want to say like a day or two later, and I guess him and her were talking. But I had noticed, I was like, why was that a big thing for her? And so like when they were dating, and that was a situation where she had brought up that she was looking for that, you know, the double stuffer, and my buddy was like very like insecure about it. He was like, dude, like she brought it up again, like should I feel like is this something I need to worry about? And I was like, do you want me to lie to you, or do you want me to tell you the truth? And he was like, I mean, tell me the truth. I was like, whether you like it or not, something's gonna happen, and either you're gonna be with you or not without you. And it's all on you, bro. I can't tell you how to feel about it. All I can say is, if this was me, I would have left her. And he was like, no, we're like, I love her, like we can get through this. And marrying her, she never did it when they were married, but I could always tell like she was a little trifling. She cheated on him a bunch, and like he would be at work, and she's like, she's at a party. And I was like, and you're okay with that? He goes, yeah, she's okay. She's just one of her friends. All her friends are mostly men. And some of them worked with us. And I remember they would all laugh at him. And she'd be like, nothing happened. They try to hit on me, and I push her advances to the side. And I was like, then why are they laughing? And then he was blind as a bat. Like he thought he could fucking just, he could always like just ignore it until eventually they got divorced. And it was one of those things, like you could tell like when someone's not satisfied, like they are going to like look for a way out of a relationship.
Yeah.
And he was always under the, he thought he was Mr. Braggadocious. He was like, yeah, bro, I made her come like 5 times. Like I was like, good, you know your woman. You know your woman. And when he first got back on the scene, he thought it was the same way with every girl. And I'm a mean friend. I didn't want to tell him the truth. I said, yeah, try everything you did. And she was like, she wasn't responsive. Like she didn't like that. She ended up stopping me in the middle of it and told me I don't know what I'm doing. It felt so humiliating. I was like, oh man, every woman's different. And he was like, and you didn't want to tell me? I was like, oh, you're Mr. Braggadocious. You're Mr. I know everything. I know what to do. I was with the girl for like 4 years, and we did everything. What happened to all that talk? He goes, but it was different with every girl. I was like, I mean, yeah, every girl's different, buddy. He was so defeated, and like I think I felt bad because he kind of really liked that girl, and she was just kind of like, no, I'm good, okay. And she gave him like, I think we should just be friends, and we shouldn't ever try. No. And he was like depressed for like a month, and I remember thinking to myself, I should have told him, but fuck you. I don't like bragging people. And if I'm your friend,
right.
I'm gonna fuck up your day. I'm gonna fuck up your day.
I also feel like, would he have listened? Like back then, you know what I mean? Like, because he felt so high about himself.
I don't think he would
have genuinely listened? Yeah,
people try to tell him. People try to tell him, every girl's different, right? And he was like, yeah, but me and her, we got it down to a science. Like I learned how to do everything. I was like, okay, buddy, like you.
Oh no.
You're gonna have to learn the hard way.
Oh no.
And that's what killed me.
Oh god.
Also, welcome in, Lady Heathen. Your friend loves you a lot and loves to make you cry. She said she enjoys it.
Hi, Heathen. Hi, baby girl. Oh no. The urge to fucking make her cry right now is so strong.
But we're gonna ask.
Oh my goodness. So I actually have some like stories of my own, not with like sex stuff, but more like my terrible dating history.
Mm-hmm.
So
this is a fun topic.
I'm like that type of person that once I get into a relationship with someone, I am like fully dedicated to them.
Yeah.
I'm fully committed to them. Like I like to cook for people. I like to like spoil them with gifts and stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember one of my boyfriends, after the one night stand, we were happy. He kind of gave me like that experience of like a high school like romance, even though we were like 20 at the time. Like it was very fun, very playful and all that. But he had kidney problems, as in his kidney didn't work. So
Did he
was
have to
like
drink water
bad.
like with salad, like one of those?
I believe so. I think it's because he had like kidney problems whenever he was a child, and the doctors didn't pick up on it until he was like 19. So it basically ruined most of his kidney. So I was very loving on him. I was very doting. We hung out with his best friend a lot, and I would cook him food every time I came to visit. I met his mom and everything like that.
Yeah.
We went out on a night out to drink and stuff, which he was allowed to do within like reason. And I got a little bit drunk and everything like that.
Yeah.
We were having a time of our lives, coming back home, doing things that we did. And not even 2 days later, I'm at work. I get my message from my mom saying, hey, yeah, your boyfriend just dropped off a letter in your hoodie with your keys. And I'm like, okay, what does the letter say? And she sent me a picture of it.
She doesn't want to say it. She's like, I need to take a picture of this.
And basically, he wrote me a handmade letter breaking up with me because he realized that every time we hung out together, he was too happy, and whenever he was away from me, it made him more depressed.
Oh my god.
And he broke up with me for that. And that's not even the... I was heartbroken. And like, I think it was 6 months after 6 months of like, getting over him, he fucking messages me out of the blue saying, hey, yeah, can we like meet up to talk, because I feel really bad that I didn't give you proper closure with our breakup. So I went out with him on a day out. We went bowling, we went to the movies, we had a meal, and then afterwards he dropped me off and kissed me. So I was like, fucking hell, 6 months of effort wasted because my feelings came back like a ton of bricks. It didn't work out, but we did stay friends, and his current girlfriend at the time, I went to Thailand, and this bitch messages me in the middle of my vacation, and she was like, yeah, why are you following my boyfriend on social media? And I was like, oh, hi, it's so nice to meet you finally. Did you not know that your boyfriend wanted us to be friends? And she was like, no, he actually never mentioned you, but, I just assumed that you were crazy and stalking him. And I was just like, okay, I'm gonna block you now. And I messaged him, and I was like, yeah, your girlfriend messaged me assuming that I was stalking you. It's obvious that you're hiding me from her for some reason, so I don't think this friendship is gonna work. Like, dude, I'm in Thailand, I'm on vacation, I don't have time for this bullshit.
That's so tough.
Oh my god.
That's all.
It doesn't even stop there. It doesn't stop there.
What happened? Keep going.
So, fast forward 3 months later, I just started university. I'm in my first year, I'm away from home. I'm in my bedroom, and like my classes, thankfully, were all like in the afternoon, like late mornings.
Yeah.
And he messages me. And he was just like, why the hell are you messaging my girlfriend? And I'm just like, excuse me? And he showed me a picture. This bitch made a spare Facebook account with my profile picture, sending herself messages to where it says message unavailable at 7 a.m. in the morning. Yeah. And I basically just messaged him back, and I was just like, okay, first off, you dated me for like however long. You already know I'm not a morning person.
Yeah.
I would have been asleep at 7 a.m. Whatever drama, whatever fight that you and your girlfriend got into, please do not drag me into this, because that was not me that messaged her.
Oh my god.
And all he could respond with was right, and then blocked me. And I'm like, what the fuck? It's been like several months since I blocked you. It's been 3 months. Like, please just leave me alone. You know?
Jesus Christ. Can I ask a question?
So, yeah.
This is a very
Yes.
this is a very petty question. I need you to be serious because you saw what she looked like, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Answer this truthfully, and I know you will because you're a petty bitch too. Were you hotter than her? Answer truthfully. I want you. I need you to think about this really, like, unbiasedly. Like, were you?
Truthfully?
Be serious.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
Okay.
And I will explain why. Because back then, I had long hair, like down to my waist. I had like that red hair that I showed you in your Discord. I would wear like oversized jumpers and like hoodies.
Okay.
With thigh-high boots.
Yeah, so you were low key. Okay.
I was rocking that look. I was rocking that with like my fucking straight red hair. Oh my god. If I could go back in time, I'd fuck me. I'm not gonna lie. And it's like, don't get me wrong, she was very pretty. You know, I don't see other girls as competition. She was pretty. She was more like the girl next door type.
Nah, Juvie, you gotta keep it 1,000%. You're in America now. You're thugging. Be real. Straight up say it. This bitch was not as pretty as you.
She was average. She was okay. She wasn't like, she doesn't doll herself up. She wore very like clothing, kind of like. She was, I feel like based on her interactions with me, she was very insecure about herself.
It sounds like it.
Right. But hey, I mean, good on her because, you know, a few months later after that, she ended up pregnant with his baby, and I don't know if they're still together.
I'm gonna be real.
I don't know if she baby trapped him or whatever happened.
She probably did, because I'm gonna be real with you. Sis, I'm gonna guess right now, this girl did not hold a candle to you. I'm guessing she had a lot to be insecure about, which is her problem, not yours. And she had to drag your name in the mud just to make herself feel better in his eyes. I want to keep that in mind. Dude, she did all that to make herself look better in your ex's eyes.
That's crazy to me though, because that's crazy to me. Because it's like, I wasn't even flirting with him. Like, after we decided to be friends, right? I was like, all right, I will respect your boundaries. I was friends with his best friend. We hung out, the three of us, in a call together. And it was his choice not to tell his girlfriend about me. And like, I always asked, like, hey, yeah, I would love to meet her, you know what I mean? But he just never made that incentive. And if her dragging my name through the mud to make herself look and feel better, if that helped with their relationship, good on you, babe.
Just because she has a baby doesn't mean it helped the relationship. I'm just gonna say that out loud.
That is true.
This man's probably cheating on her.
Oh God.
I know he was your ex and your old friend, but if this is a type of like, let's put it this way: some girls feel happy enough knowing that they have something permanent with the guy, and will use that against them at any time of day. I met a few. Some of them are my friends.
But no, in all seriousness, so I do wish them the best. Like, I don't hold grudges against people. Like, it was so long ago. Like, yeah, I was fucking pissed.
Destroyed.
I was pissed. I was angry that he wasted my time by coming back and like bringing up those old feelings, and then letting like his girlfriend do that and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, as long as she's happy, as long as she has whatever's going on with her, it ain't my business.
Yeah, I get you.
Oh my gosh. And do you want to hear another story, a very mortifying story that I have?
I live for these. Go ahead.
Okay, so that was after a okay, so I broke up with him, and then I got with my abusive ex.
Oof.
Broke up with him, and then I was dating another person. It was like kind of like a casual thing.
Yeah.
I would go visit him. I met his family and everything like that. So it was alright. It was nice. He was a shorter guy. You know, he was actually shorter than me.
Oh.
And he was also a virgin. So I was his first.
Oh,
I
how
was,
lovely.
Yeah, it was really nice. And, you know, I took care of him and everything. I cooked him food and all that. Motherfucker broke up with me because I gave him too much confidence.
That happens, sadly.
Yeah. Over text, might I add.
So
Over text.
over text is crazy.
And this was a week after I visited him. I took a 4-hour train ride to visit this dickhead. Came back and it was like on like, I think it was a few days before Halloween.
Uh-huh.
And he broke up with me and he was just like, yeah, I'm really sorry to do this, but you just gave me too much confidence and I want to explore with other girls, so we're breaking up. And I just remember sitting outside with a cigarette in my hand, and I was just like,
oh my god,
this is my dating life. This is it right here.
Trust me, your dating life sounds a lot. You have 6 people that are like good and bad. I've sadly, oh my god. So, how do I put this delicately? I used to be a toxic guy, like very toxic. I used to like do almost everything your ex has done, but like,
yeah.
So like, I don't know when I realized that I had something at least semi-attractive about myself. I would say it had to be in college. Is when I realized, oh wow, like I have a little groove I can do. I have a little pep in my step, a little confidence I can kind of whip out here and there. So I remember, I guess before my wife, because I've changed everything. Like once I met Stony, I fucking decided to change for the better. Like she's the reason why like I think I have a decent VTubing career now that's not so lewd and not so centered on like me just being a fucking asshole and just talking and rizzing up everybody I see. Before that, I would always go out on a Thursday night, and it's not that I was always looking to hook up. I was always going out to have fun. I love dancing. Dancing's fun for me. I fucking get down. That's my fucking shit. You know, the Latin blood. Here's the beat. I gotta move the feet. And
yeah.
So it'd always be an issue. I'd always pull somebody. And not normal, but it always would be someone from like 30s to like 40s or 50s, sometimes my age. At that time, I was maybe 23, 22. All of them married. Always married. Awkwardest thing ever.
Oh no.
So there was many incidences where like a girl would be like, oh yeah, and then they go like, oh, you should follow me on Instagram. They're like, yeah, sure. And I follow them on Instagram. I'm like, happily married, 5 kids, and I was like, oh, wow, Jesus Christ, that's awkward. And they would always try to hit me with, oh, we're not happy, oh, divorce is happening. Mind you, I could see the story, I could see their pictures that are all together, and I'm thinking, God, I can't trust women at all, dude. You guys have 5 kids together, and like this is like the bullshit you're doing. I to this day am like, I think back at it, I'm like, God, I love my wife because she didn't do any of this bullshit. I love you too.
Oh my god.
I think we lived the same part of life. King, we might have, dude. God. Like, because there were so many times, like, I remember I got low-key groomed for a threesome. Yeah. And this was, like, weird, because I remember I went out with, I like to go out by myself, because I like to go dancing. And
yeah.
I remember this couple, they were like, oh, bro, because... Do I have old pictures? I probably have posted it before. You probably might have seen. Like, I always used to rock this like big fur coat. Like, your boy was Rick Ross in it. Like, I thought I was the man. And so I would go out. I'd have a good time. I remember this couple was like, oh my god, you look so badass, and I was like, oh, thank you, I appreciate that. And I'm always mindful, like these are 2 rules I follow. If you're my friend's girl, you are sister, you are straight up sis. There's nothing that's going to change that. And then if I don't know you and your girlfriend hits on me and I don't like you, then it's on. If I do kind of like you're nice enough to me, or like you're being chill with me, then I'm gonna respect your relationship. Kind of asshole. Like I was an asshole, but I had morals.
Yeah.
So I remember this guy, they were buying me drinks. His girlfriend's kind of dancing with me, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm trying to keep it cute, like she's trying to throw it back, and I'm just like, no, spin her around, and just keep it front facing. And he buys me. He's like, hey, I bought you a drink, bro. I was like, oh nice, what'd you get me? He goes, I got you a tequila shot. I was like, hey, I love tequila. And I taste it, and I'm like, wow, this is really good tequila. Like, I was like, what'd you get? He goes, oh, I got us Don Julio. And I was like, buddy, that's like $20 a shot right there. And he goes, yeah, but you look, just living it up right now. And I'm like, hey, say la vie. I was like, say la vie, fuck it, let's go. And he's like, what do you like to drink, bro? I'm like, bro, I like Adioses. And then he's like, oh, perfect. So he buys me 2. And I'm like, oh my god. And I'm having a good time. And then he's like, yeah, dude, you look really good, bro. And I was like, thank you. And then I start noticing, like, every time she compliments me, he compliments me. And it was just a little like my spidey sensors are tingling. And I'm like, yeah, thank you. And then they were like, yeah, so what are you gonna do after this? And I was like, I was probably gonna go to the hookah lounge to sober up, and then drive home. And he's like, oh bro, we have a spot at like a hotel room, you should come kick it with us. And I remember thinking to myself, this is how people die. I felt like for like a second, I was like, is this how women feel? Is this how women feel when like they're getting invited to a hotel room and like they're getting like that pit in their stomach, like, oh no, I don't like this.
Did you go? Did you go with them?
Yeah. So.
Oh my god! Okay, you have to tell us everything now.
So what ended up happening was I was just like, oh yeah, that's cool, and then I just said it's cool. I never said yes or no. And then they were like, and they're like, oh yeah, dude, you should come back. We have a bottle. And then the guy gave me his card. He's like, yeah, I cut hair too. What's up, baby? I'm gonna let him out to close the door because he said always be somewhere around here. That was cute. He's got a little tuggle to him. But so what ended up happening was, thank you for donating the 310, Cyprian. So what ended up happening was, after that, I was kind of like looking for the way out, and thankfully this club is like very tightly packed. So I definitely had like I was like, all right, I should just go. I was like, is it rude of me? Because they did buy me drinks. I was like, I don't owe people shit. Yeah. Like they turned the lights on, and then I kind of got like, I made sure I got lost in the scuffle, and I walked away. And I remember going to like a far away hookah lounge because I was like, I'd hate to have to run into these people and then tell me like, what happened? Like you didn't want to come party with us? And it just felt weird because she would touch with me, and then he would be like, yo, you have like a nice look, bro. I really like how you look. And I was just like, this felt weird. This felt like I was being groomed. And I didn't like it. I wasn't on board. You missed how I basically was almost groomed for a threesome by a guy and a girl. I'll make a mental note to like remember to get that clip. But that was weird. That was the first time in my life where I was out and I was like, when people cover up, like I was like. I was like, let me just cover myself more. I'm not just a piece of meat.
Oh no! I feel you.
It was a weird, my early my dating life was like very like I don't think I've saw some of the worst stuff like when in terms of like women cheating on their husbands, and I saw some of the strangest things. Like I would never know how to explain a situation like it, and I'm like, how did this happen? Like, where did I fuck up in life that this is like I'm the mature one in this situation?
Yeah. That's so, I despise it whenever people cheat, to be honest. And circling back to like nightclub
I don't want to
stories.
eat it. Just try it. It's pina colada vanilla. They're not supposed to mix.
No, this is just the pineapple.
Yeah, don't like it. No.
It's just the vanilla.
I don't want to touch. Okay. Only if he gets eat some too. It's alright. Here, you can look at something more. Sorry, my wife was giving me frozen yogurt.
Oh, yum.
And I didn't like it.
That sounds delicious. What's wrong with you?
It's not the flavors I like.
It's so good.
It's not the flavors I like.
I'm sorry, I didn't know your favorite flavors.
I like straight vanilla and cookie dough.
Oh God, you sound like my husband.
Because he's awesome.
No.
From what Akari tells me, he's awesome.
Oh my goodness.
And yes, I used Kaizo's new name.
Damn.
I have to get familiar with it because I told him if you change your name again, I'm gonna be so pissed off.
Dude, I'm pretty sure he will. I'm not gonna lie. Once he gets his own like custom feature model, he will.
I want to just want to strangle him. Just stop it! Stop changing your name. You have a friend who doesn't like remembering people's names too much. I use nicknames. How am I supposed to? Akari? Kai? I'm supposed to call you Kai now? Kari? See? This guy. He can't even doesn't have the decency to like name him something similar. I'm fucking ranting. I love him. And I'm being a fucking asshole.
Oh damn. Oh fuck. But yeah, I was a party animal too. Like back whenever I was single and stuff. And
yeah.
Even in relationships, like I was a party animal, but I was respectful. You know, I kept to myself. I only danced with my friends. None of this grinding shit because. But I remember whenever I was single, I went to a nightclub. And there was this guy, you know, he was pretty smartly dressed. He was lovely. He was a sweetheart.
Yeah.
And he danced with me. He bought me drinks. And he was there with a group of co-workers. This woman, like, she was obviously giving me, like, the side eyes and everything.
Yeah.
And, like, she did, like, that typical, like, dancing, grinding up to him. And, like, looking my way with, like, a smile and stuff. And he was, like, walking backwards like, oh, why the fuck are you grinding up against me and everything? And it was just like weird behavior, you know what I mean? So I kind of just like excused myself, even though he introduced me to them. I just excused myself. I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna go now. And that has only been like my real bad experience with nightclubs, to be honest. Everything else was pretty fun.
I think I've met the weirdest people ever. And I think back in it, I'm like, I met this guy, and he was cool because he would see me like I used to go on Sundays. The best time to party in the U.S. is a Thursday and a Sunday. People don't know why. It's because Thursday I call it the college Friday. That's when everybody wants to go out and have fun. Sunday it's because it's after Saturday, so the clubs are not going to be caught. It's going to be cheaper to get in. It's not going to be a lot of money to like move and maneuver. But I met this guy. Weirdest guy ever. He invites me to his table. He was a cool dude. He'd like want me to party with him because he liked how I looked, and I was like, yeah, no problem. Getting into a relationship, I stopped going out to clubs, and he'd see that at the time, me and Stoney, she was an OnlyFans content creator, and I would participate in her content with her to help get that side of her, money going. And, I'd promote it for her on my Instagram and Snapchat. And this guy's energy went from like, yo, you bro, we're so cool. We got to get together sometime and like hang out. And it turned really weird because he would be, I don't know what the fuck he was on. but he'd be on he would just be like, hey buddy, like, can I just send you a video of me busting? And I was like, what? Why? He goes, because you know, I've seen that you and your lady do like stuff, and I just want to show you like what I got working with, and I just want to like, and I was just going, but dude, I thought you were straight. And he was like, I am. I just want somebody to look at this, bro. Like, I even send this to my gay homies sometimes so they can see me busting. And I was just like, I was so uncomfortable because I was like, there's so many things running through my head. One, why?
Yeah.
And then the second one was, is this like what happens if straight people don't like get it off like a lot? Like they just go from straight, like whoever is around, I want to just put it in. Like he tried to send me the video, and I just remember I just blocked him before I even saw that shit. I was like, dude, what type of like, and I was like, and then I think I saw him on Instagram, and I think I remember seeing like he likes to go party and he likes to go out and have fun, and I remember thinking to myself like, why, like, is like, this is a straight guy, this is a guy who's like only wants to, hey, get away from the cat food. This is a straight guy. This is a guy who was like into women. Like I remember like how I met him the night of, like I met up with these two older ladies. I think one was Cambodian, the other one was Japanese, and they were friends, and you know, one was like 40 something, the other one was like 39. They wanted to keep partying, they didn't want to go with these guys alone, so I went with them because they were kind of like having fun with me, and me and the Japanese one were doing blow all night, but he was really trying to get with the other lady. Didn't work out. I ended up driving the girls to their car, and we had a good time. They were like, they subtly hinted like, you know, if you would have made a move on us, that night could have been different. I was like, there's no way I could have. I'm too high. And they were just cracking up, and they were laughing, and they shared me their numbers. And I remember like that's how I met that guy. And I'm thinking, this guy was so like thirsty for her. And I was like, I was like, dude, this is so gross to watch. Like, I'm here to make sure none of these guys, you know, try to hurt these women. Mind you, like, these women are older than them, but I don't trust men a lot.
Yeah.
So to go from this guy who I'm thinking is like Mr. Wants the Ladies, like I see him every Sunday trying to get at a girl, to like just want to send me a video of him busting. I came to the like real strong conclusion. I was like, this is why like gay men have stories about straight men cheating. Like if a guy is desperate enough, he doesn't care who like sucks him off. Like he will go for anybody.
Yeah. That's, oh my god.
Like
I'm fucking up.
It is like the most like, and that's a truth I learned from my single life, is that like even straight men don't care what they stick their wick into.
Yeah. Oh, like how'd you even respond to that?
I didn't. I just remember telling him, dude, what the hell? Like, I'm a guy. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Like we're not like, oh my god, dude.
Oh god.
Like I want to say I've been in weird situations before. Like I've seen my friends' dicks before. Like that's no problem. Yeah. We're guys, we're brothers, we have to. We don't have to, but like can you really say like you don't know your best friend if you haven't seen his penis?
Right, but there's a difference of just like going in the men's changing room, seeing their dicks, and then having a guy literally send a video of him like eating his meat. Like,
dude, that was insane.
Dude,
that was insane. To this day, I'm still very. I still crack up about it, and I tell this story, and a lot of people are like, "How are we supposed to take that?" I was like, "I don't even know how to take that. Like, is that a compliment to me? Is that like you know, I'm very good looking enough that you want to do that, or is this just like, you know, this guy was just like, I'm just gonna message all my friends and see which one responds with like, you know, oh yeah, buddy, show me."
Dude, that reminds me of my own story. It's not as bad as yours, but
I gotta hear this.
So I thankfully wasn't directly involved. Thank fuck.
Yeah.
But I was friends with the girl, and she was like dating this guy. It was a long distance relationship, and you know, she was like complaining to me about how he has like weird ways of showing like romantic interest in her and like trying to be romantic.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that's weird. You know, show me an example of what you mean.
Uh-huh.
I was expecting screenshots.
Yeah.
She sent me a picture of him basically having his white stuff on a plate. And he sent that to her as a picture, as a nude.
Oh my god.
It was sexy.
On a plate?
On a plate, on a paper fucking plate. And it looked...
What the fuck is
it looked a few days old.
Where
I'm
am
not
I?
gonna lie, it did not look fresh. And I was stunned into silence. I was in a call with her, and I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. I was just like...
A bone apple teeth baby.
Yeah. Paper plate! His liquid was just that! She was like, yeah, this is what he sends me on a daily basis because he thinks it's nudes.
On a daily basis? Oh, baby girl, your man's is a fucking cheater. Hey,
dude.
Yeah, the shotgun gun is needed.
Oh my god, and I never recovered from that. I could not speak to him after knowing that. I was like, why are you showing me this? Like, I know I asked for example, but this?
When I want an example, like for example, if if a male friend or female friend's like, hey, I'm kind of having trouble, get like, thank you, Mr. Kalani. If I have a male or female friend tell me, yeah, like me and my partner are just having trouble, and I say, give me an example, I'm telling you, tell me an example. I don't need to see a picture of anyone's stuff on a fucking paper plate.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
I just wanted to know what went through his head whenever he was just like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna just arrive right here on the paper plate and show my baby this.
I'm gonna tell you, this is a cringy story I heard. I read this on Reddit.
Oh no.
But I think, okay, first off, I'm just gonna say this. There's a lot of women in the world who give chances to guys who are either really big, really skinny. Like, a lot of girls give chances to the guys that, you know, they probably would never really give a chance to, and that's okay. Like, you know, shout out to the women because they're you know, they're giving someone a chance. What really sucks is when these guys blow that chance with the weirdest things ever. And it's one of these things that I'm just like, this is why you deserve to be single. This is why you deserve never to like have a partner, to reproduce, because of shit like this. So
yeah,
the story goes, so this girl met this guy. He was a big guy already, and you know, she kind of, you know, she liked him. He asked her out. He showed romantic interest, and she was very like, okay, you know. And so it's a toxic relationship. He's an asshole. He constantly tries to like almost cheat on her, and she's kind of like in that weird place where she's like, I want to be a good girlfriend, but like I don't want to be I have my boundaries, you know, where they're stuck in the relationship. They don't want to break up because they think that's kind of fucked up, and then the guy cries. He's like, don't break up with me, you're everything I have. And then she's like, okay, but things have to change. Okay, I promise everything's gonna change. And then they're like, oh, okay, I guess, you know, it's hard. These guys just act pathetic, and the girl feels bad for them. This guy told her in the story, hey, shh, come over here, leave mama alone. So this guy tells her, because, you know, they're having relationships, you know, they're doing their stuff, and he's like, oh, I really want to have he has fetishes for her, and one of them is he wants to fill her up, and he feels so self-conscious about the fact that he doesn't produce a large amount that he spends, let's just say before a week before the next time they end up romantically again, he makes sure he saves the baby batter in a jar.
No! Oh my god, no!
And
Oh.
his whole thing, his whole idea is that, okay, I'm going to save this, and then the next time we're physical, I'm going to like put the jar on the and just unload it all in you. This woman, she was like, no, throw it away now, because this is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. And he's crying while throwing it away. He's like, I did all this hard work and you don't even want to give it a chance. And this is why I believe some women should always say no to that guy. And I know it's a stereotype, but we all know that guy, you know, the fucking Yu-Gi-Oh deck on hand, big neck beard, glasses, doesn't shower, smells like a fucking convention center. Like, as much as those guys whine that the nice girl never gives us the chance, they all want the chads. When you do stupid shit like this, like weirdo psychopathic shit like this, I would rather fuck a guy than fuck you, buddy.
Oh my god! Like, I want to dive into their minds, and I want to see what they're thinking.
I'm gonna see ponies.
I want to see.
I'm gonna see ponies in jars. I don't want to see ponies in jars.
Oh my god! The fact though that she's saying.
Oh yeah.
Left me just like paralyzed here in a state.
Bad love. You don't.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
And this is why sometimes the fat guy who cries about not getting the chance to get with a pretty girl should never have a chance with a pretty girl, because he wants to do weirdo shit to her.
I'm gonna tell Nero, my husband, about this later, just to hear him gag.
Spare his ears.
He's going to lose it.
Just tell him that.
Tell him.
Papiwolf apologizes for spreading this story.
He heard it.
Nero, I'm sorry. Nero, if you can hear me from beyond the computer verse, I'm so sorry.
Oh my god, in the fucking jaw. No, he's watching the stream apparently.
Oh my god.
No.
We're gonna kill. Do you understand? Like, there's like a level of to be, how do I put this? Like, both me and my wife are neurodivergent. My wife is ADHD. I'm ADHD.
Yeah.
There's certain things that, like, for example, I need to learn. I have to learn when going too far with the joke is, you know, an issue, and I have to like dial it back for her. So it's understanding social cues. When people try to blame their tisms or their ADHDs on the reason why they do shit like this, it makes me so uncomfortable, because you really have to think about this. Like, that's not like, these thoughts are not normal. This is like from the pit of like recesses of like the most disgusting parts of mind to think that this is a good idea. Like, this is straight up
I feel like
perversion.
Yeah.
This is perversion on a different level.
I was gonna say, I feel like even the devil himself wouldn't be okay with that. Like, that is just fucking vile. Oh my god.
I just can't. And like, I feel bad because the girl in that story, she ends up breaking up with him, not because of that issue, but because she gets invited to D&D with another girl as the DM, and it's like spicy roleplay D&D, and she basically tells him, hey, you know what, I'm not into this shit. If you have two choices, either you come with me or you stay with that girl. And he stayed with the girl to play more D&D, and she's like, all right, we're broken up. And the girl was like, had the attitude to be like, you're not a real woman. A real woman explores her sexuality and is open to all things. And she's like, yeah, these two fucking deserve each other.
So wait, why wasn't... Okay, so I'm guessing he met that girl that played D&D like recently, or were they friends? Because
they were friends, and I think I remember the story. They were friends, and this was something that he was like, I guess he was trying to work his way for a three-way. And
ew!
She was just like, dude, no, like, I'm not into this. And it's roleplay D&D too, and they were trying to make her like a cuckold in the game, and that their two characters were going at it, and she was like, why am I gonna stay here and hear this and watch this? Like, I'm gonna leave, and if you're my boyfriend and you actually care about me, you would know that this shit makes me uncomfortable. And he tried to play off like, well, it's just a game, and she was like, well, then you can just fucking stay.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what an idiot!
Yes.
What an absolute idiot!
And of course, like all men, he tries to come back and he tries to like, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to. It's, we were just role playing, and it's just like, dude, get the fuck out of here.
Oh my god. Because I am a fan. I'm a huge fan of D&D.
Yeah,
and it's like.
Wet. Sorry, I like to pick my wife's nose with my pinky, and it was like wet, and I was like, oh, it's wet.
Oh.
I do it to everybody.
Yeah, maybe I need to ask Nero to pick my nose. Let's see how he says.
I have to let him, because if he doesn't, he'll do my ears. And I'm not my nose than my ears.
Yeah, I'll give her a wet willy because I'm bored.
Or just because you have the opportunity and I'm loving on you.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not laying on you now. I want to give you the opportunity.
She knows me too well. But I love D&D.
Mm-hmm.
Good D&D is like the best, and that's why like I said on the 500 stream is like gonna be like 12 hours of like me playing like a bunch of party games and stuff, and like I'm gonna reserve like 3 or 4 hours to do like a one-shot D&D game.
I love that. I freaking love D&D because it allows you to be creative, and with the right group, like Heathen and Nero is the DM for our group, and I play D&D with Heathen and her fiance.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they're like the best people to play D&D with, because it's so nice whenever you have like that friend group you can be comfortable with and that you can have jokes and laughs with, but also be serious.
Yeah.
And it's like, I honestly feel like everyone should give D&D a chance because it lets your creativity flow. But also, some of the horror stories I've heard, from DMs, from other players, I'm so happy that I've never experienced something that bad before.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever experienced like bad D&D stories. I've had nothing but good interactions. But to be fair, I don't go out of my way to play like and open people's like campaigns, because I don't like. I'm still, how do I put this? If someone tries to tell me something, I'm gonna get in their face. I'm gonna say some shit. Like I try to keep like a very calm demeanor about me. But I grew up in the hood. Like I'm gonna fucking say some shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get disrespectful. I'm gonna bring your mama into it. I'm gonna bring your fucking family into this. I'm gonna say some shit. And
yeah,
I ain't gonna hold back. And just because you cry, like I just was trying to explain you the rules. I'm like, nah, motherfucker, fuck you. I'm gonna fuck you up, and then I'm gonna fuck you up in the other way. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna find the square root of your apartment. If you don't know what that means, that is an anal joke.
God, I can see it.
Fun to split the wig. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, no. I think the funniest thing is somebody asked me, what the fuck does splitting your wig mean? I was like, oh my bad, I forgot. A lot of people didn't grow up with people who were in and out of prison.
Oh my goodness.
Dude, yeah, no, but like,
that's funny.
dating is fucking crazy, dude. D&D is fun. How have you, when you just came back to streaming, how has that been for you? Like, have you felt like refurbished coming back into the streaming? Because I feel like I've only recently seen stuff from you. Like even when Akari was like, yeah, you should meet my friend Juvei, they're fucking awesome. And I was like, oh, I did. I ran into, like, they came in, I feel like I ran into your, like, whether it was a video you posted or something, or you came in, or you followed me right off rip. I had the pleasure of meeting you like early on end.
I mean, honestly, like if I was to compare like whenever I first started streaming back in 2023 for those 2 months compared to now, I will definitely say yes, I think I have surprisingly learned a lot more, and I've like grown a lot as well, because back when I first started, I didn't take it seriously.
Yeah.
It was just a hobby. I was just, throw it on, say hi and everything. But now, whenever I came back in 2025, I was like, all right, Let me really put in the work and dedication to this. Let me get a new upgraded model. Let me see how to like interact with people more, how to make friends and stuff. So I feel like I've become a lot better at streaming, but also keeping it like casual. You know what I mean? Like trying to make friends and all that, and just have a fun time. So yeah, I would definitely say that my streaming journey has been amazing, honestly. Like from the bottom of my heart, all the people that I met, all the people that support me, you, Kizo, like just hanging out with you guys, just knowing a whole bunch of people now, it has made me a lot happier than how I once was. Oh, I hear growling.
That's just my dog. Don't worry about him. This is how we play.
Oh.
I can kind of agree, because I think I haven't had a permanent like my streaming journey before my like relationship and after is very different. I think like I said, I used to be toxic. I think a lot of female VTubers, and I think a lot of people just kind of went for my stuff originally because I was a very flirtatious. I was single at the time, so I could be. I was very out there. In fact, there was a VTuber who tried to make me like a sugar baby. Yeah. Like she was like, if you just let me be like the only person that you talk to, that way I will pay you, like I will make sure you always get subbed. I always like blow up your gifted subs and stuff like that. And I was like, nah, fuck you. I don't know. You got the wrong one here. Like no one tames me. Like I ain't that guy. Like you're like, trust me, you can't buy me. Like, and she was like, come on, like the man I'm with makes this much money. He gives me this much money to play with. I can like share some of it with you. And I was like, oh, bitch, you got the wrong one.
Yeah.
But I like, it was one of those instances where I was like, is this what I'm like kind of like devolving into, is just becoming like the guy who like flirts and fucks his fans? Like this is gonna get bad. And I could kind of see that it was gonna turn bad like eventually. Like if I had kept doing that, like eventually there was gonna be people who were gonna be like, I feel used by you, I feel like all you wanted me was this, and I feel like it was gonna go down that road if I just so like I luckily met Stony. She was very quick in the relationship to be like, hey, like these are my boundaries and I'm very strict with them, and I'm not gonna tell you to change, but I'm letting you know like our relationship's not gonna go far if this is where you wanna like, if you care more about this than that. So like I did like a soft reboot, changed all my content. I changed most of the stuff that I would normally do. And I think a lot of people kind of resented me for it, and her for it. And eventually I think I feel like it took me a while to find my place, and I think I've kind of enjoyed where I've ran into, because I love being able to meet like new people. And I think like most of the people I've met have either been like really cool and respectful people, or like I guess we can call it my VTuber married friends now, like people who aren't in relationships and understand like, oh yeah, trust me, we've all been through this, like you're new here, buddy, like once you settle down, like, and you're like, it's the best. Like there's so much transparency, there's so much fun we can have, and I think I've lucked out that way.
See, that's so funny you say that, because it's like, you know, I'm married and everything, and back whenever I did start out, I was a very wholesome VTuber.
Yeah.
I was like very like, you know, to myself. I kind of didn't make any jokes or anything like that. Now, despite being married, like Nira is very like, he lets me have my freedom. I'm still very respectful of the relationship, and it's like, it's all just fun.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, I call my chat my little freaks. You know, I get freaky with them in a playful way. They get freaky with me. Like they know that I have like a praise king and everything. So it's all in good fun. Everyone is very, very respectful about me being with somebody. But I feel like if I was married if I was single, my friend, she literally said that, girl, if you were single and you still acted this way, if not worse, you would have blown up so much more by now, because it's like you have that personality that people want to like flirt with you and stuff. And I'm just like, I can see it, like if I was single, but also at the same time, I don't want people to follow me just because they can get like sex appeal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I have been very lucky with my chat. Like, yes, they are flirty, yes, they are playful and tease me and bully me. But if anyone crosses a line and they aren't a regular, like, my chat will defend me, and I love that about them. Like, they will tell someone to settle down, well, that's too much.
Yeah, no, I get that. And I think that's I think for me, like, I have also like I want to say a self level of like what I allow to. Like, there's certain things like if you compliment me, like, oh, like you look good today, or like you're like handsome, that's fine. Like, I am happy with the good compliment, as long as you would understand, like, yes, I'm gonna respect a compliment. I'm gonna pay back a nice little thank you. I really appreciate that. But if like ever you try to go for more, is where I draw the line of like, like I personally am not comfortable with that. And if I feel like I'm not comfortable with it, I'm not gonna expect my wife to be comfortable with that either. And I think, like, luckily enough, I have like a good amount of people who understand. Like, you can call me cute, you can say, oh, I'm handsome, that's fine, thank you so much. But like, if you ever expect anything more from that, you're gonna be disappointed, because I'm not okay with that, and I will be the first person to be like, hey, you need to cut that crap off, because I'm happy. I'm in a very happy relationship. And I get it, this might be like a game to you, but it's not to me. So if you can't understand, like, if you can't understand that disconnect, we're not going to be talking no more. We're not going to be friends anymore, and I'm going to cut you off.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, it's so crazy to me, because like sometimes I'll tell someone, yeah, hey, yo, I'm married. Doesn't stop them. It doesn't fucking stop them. And I'm just like, why are you this desperate to like chase after a married woman, You'd
be surprised.
And it's like, yeah, it's crazy. And so I've known Nero for like 11 years now. We met whenever we were young teenagers on a game. And it's like, he has been my best friend since he's been my husband. Like, I'm not leaving him for anybody else. You know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah.
We have an unbreakable bond. Like, you have to fucking catch up, and that's nigh impossible.
No, I get.
But yeah, it's.
I think, funny enough, I met Stony because of streaming. Like, I met her because of streaming. She used to be on this dating app, and that one had streaming on there, and I would always like stream wherever I could, just so I can get like my name out there. And I had seen that she was around my area. At the time, she was taken with the most horrible guy ever. But I respected the fact she was taken. So like, at the time, I was just looking for people to collab with, play Fortnite, play whatever shooting game is fun. And she thought I was kind of, not a bad person. So of course we traded snaps. She didn't block me. Yeah, she blocked me.
Wait, she blocked you?
She blocked. I could be mine. We didn't really even talk. We just traded pleasantries.
Yeah.
And she blocked me, and I was like, oh, okay, that's whatever. Like, I don't, hey, you're in a relationship. I'm not gonna ask, I'm not gonna push lines. And if you have to block me because something happened, or like your partner was uncomfortable with something, then hey, it is what it is. I don't push the line for people. And so she ended up re-adding me, like, I want to say a couple of days later. She's like, I'm so sorry, my boyfriend basically blocked you, and he blocked a whole bunch of guys. No. I didn't mean to like do that. And I was like, hey, it's all good. If he wasn't comfortable. And she's like, no, but like, we don't even really get crazy, so why would he block you? And I was like, if he just feels uncomfortable, I understand. I'm not gonna ask questions. And she had happened to catch one of my streams, and I don't know, I think she just liked the vibe. And at the time, she was very flirty, and I responded very flirty at the time because I was single. So I flirt with everybody. So if you're meeting that energy, I'm going to meet that energy.
Yeah.
What ended up happening was it ended up going into the DMs, and I was like, wow, this escalated insane. It's insanely escalated. And we're just back and forth until eventually she was like, and I know she's in a relationship. I don't judge. If this is your doing, I don't know your life. I'm just rolling with the dice. And she was like, hey, we should meet up sometime. And I was like, yeah, I don't mind. And I think she had a bad day with her boyfriend. I think he like yelled at her or something, blamed her for something, and was like, I don't know if he wanted to leave her alone or he wanted to like, they were gonna do something with their friends, and he was mad that she wanted to come along or something. And what ended up happening was I told her, hey, do you want to don't judge me. I said, hey, do you want to watch Beastars? Because I was watching Beastars. I was really into Beastars. Like, and she was like, yeah, like that sounds cool. I never watched that before. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, I'll come over and watch Beastars. Keep mind you, I am not trying to make anything happen. I'm operating on the lens that I don't think we're gonna hook up. I think this is just gonna be us hanging out, and this is just us hanging out. You know, I don't expect anything. So we keep going. I go over, and she comes out, and she's looking fucking amazing. She's in this like these cute little army shorts and this like tank top. And then I had mentioned to her, I was like, wow, like in my head I'm like, dude, she's got the Tomb Raider body. Like, she's showing off the midrib. She's looking good in that. And I'm an ass man, so like, of course, like I'm like, she's got an ass. Like, this is great. And I mentioned to her, like, wow, you kind of have like a Tomb Raider vibe going. And then she goes, dude, don't say that. I'm like, why? Like, is that a bad thing? I'm sorry. And she's like, no, my dad, that's like his video game crush is Tomb Raider.
No!
Oh, I love my swagger a lot. He's so fucking rad. He's an OG D&D player. And so she was just like, yeah, dude. And then we're hanging out, and you know, we're watching Beastars, and she's kind of enjoying it. She thinks it's a cute anime, and I call it the rule of 3, and it's like 3 signs that if a girl's into you and she wants to hook up with you, after the 3rd sign, then you make your move. The first sign was, she was like, oh, let me just get a little bit more comfortable, and so she changes in the shorts to like these very like, I guess they're like sleeping shorts, or like they're almost panties essentially. And I was oh, okay, cool. Like, that's sign number 1. Sign number 2, she was like, oh, let me yo, what's up, Ushis? She was like, let me move my vibrator off the bed.
Oh. And
I was like, yeah, go ahead. You know, hey, it's your home. Sometimes you leave stuff out. And too sweet me, bro. So I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm here. I am still operating under the lens that we are just hanging out, and I'm not trying to do anything. I'm respecting this decision. And the 3rd time the charm, the 3rd is basically like if I didn't catch it from here, I'm not good at social cues. So she takes out in her toy box, is what she called it. She takes out her rope, and so she essentially gets it like ready to like tie herself up, and she makes me tie her up to like her, like, what is it where you hang the clothes on, like the closet little rope, that little bar thing. And she ties herself up in a situation. She goes, tie me. And I was like, oh. I was like, well, if I'm reading these signs correctly, then something should happen. And so then I make my move, and then bada bing, bada boom.
Hey, yo! To be fair though, those were some pretty smooth signs.
But
like,
the thing is, you never know, and I didn't want to be overzealous and jump right into it after that's why, you know, I always have to wait. You know, I never know.
Right.
And you know, I was like, I don't know, that 3rd sign, I was like, you know, she might want to hook up or something. And then ever since,
oh my goodness, did you guys like end up together shortly after that?
No, sadly.
Really?
It was 1.5 years of us sneaking around on the side sometimes. She was really stuck with that boyfriend. There was a lot of bad moments that happened between them, and I'll say this, and the hardest, what I love about mine and my wife's love story is like there was a lot of moments where like I knew that we were going to be together, but there was moments where I had to tell myself it's not the right time. it's not our time yet.
Aww.
And there was even a moment where she was like, because I had a hotel room, and she had looked at me and she goes, like, what if we just run away right now? And I was like, it's not our time, and I know it's not our time, but trust me, when it's our time, we're gonna be together. And I had to like, it sucks that I had to send her back to like the other dude, and
yeah.
It was a hard year and a half. Like I think what really hurt me a lot in like that year was that I couldn't be with her, and I think that's what made me like, I want to say it's not her fault that I just decided to just be a fucking mongrel, but that's what made me just like really just want to like party hard. Like I was doing a lot of blow, I was drinking a lot, I was going out and just fucking anything I could, and I was just kind of like, I was really numb. And I know my buddy, he had mentioned something that was kind of proof that I wasn't happy. And he's like, you don't ever want to get these girls' numbers. You don't ever want to like, he's like, you don't ever want to get these girls' numbers. You don't ever want to like, you know, follow up with these women. You're very much just like, if you hook up that night or don't, you just send them, you know, to the door. Why? Like, you don't ever want to be happy, or you don't ever want to try to see if there's something out of this. I'm like, no, because these girls are not the ones for me. And that's something he really noticed early on in our friendship, that he was like, you really don't try with these women. I was like, because these are not the ones for me, bro. These are not the ones that are gonna make me happy. Hi, Papi. And it was, I want to say it had to be like when we finally got together, it was like the best feeling in the world. It was like that same night, stayed over, I just told her like, yeah, this is what I want. Like, there was a lot of signs too. One, her cat loved me. Like
that's always a good sign.
Like Mochi, you fucking son of a bitch, get off the fucking counter now.
I got it.
Dongo. Sorry, I have to yell at my sons because they deserve to be yelled at.
Oh dear.
Not up, you fucking baka.
This is how I treat my sons.
That reminds me of how I treat my cat Cassius. Was a little shithead.
But yeah, and that was, and those were the, and those were it, man. And it's really like those moments where like it's really letting me know that this was gonna be like I think I call it like hyper intuition. Like there's moments where you know that you meet the person to like just settle down with, and like I met them. I just met them too early, and that's why every time, I don't know if you've ever watched the show How I Met Your Mother. Like
I have not.
There's a scene where Ted, the main character, essentially like has a lonely day, and he thinks about going. The one thing he wished he could have done was go to his wife's apartment, the one that he eventually marries, and tell her like 3 months before they actually met that he loves her, he can't wait to be with her, and that they're gonna be happy, and that like just meeting her 3 months early, no matter how trivial that is the best feeling in the world, because he doesn't have a lot of time with her after, and he gladly would just trade all these lonely days just to see her or just to conversate with her. And it's one of those parts that you see that I'm like, yeah, I can definitely see that. Like I had the person early and it was just never fulfilling, like because I couldn't be with them fully. I couldn't go to them every day. It couldn't be anything that it was. And I love that my dog is like, yeah, love. There's a lot of love here. But yeah, it's this is like one of those things. Like I hear your story. I'm like, yeah, 11 years together, we were friends, and we gave it. You know, I assume you guys just decided you guys had like residual feelings over time, and just decided, hey, like, would you want to go on a date or something? Thank you, Chaotic NPC, for the follow. I appreciate that.
So with me and Nero, he actually hated me in the beginning.
What?
He hated me.
Oh, he hated you.
Like
I heard paved you.
He did not.
I was like, he paved you. What does that mean? Did he fucking slapped you or something?
No.
He cemented you?
No. Sometimes I wish he thinks like. Sometimes he wishes he could. But no, I was a little shit back in like my
your gaming days.
years. Yes, I would like relish in having men like obsess over me just so I could break their hearts.
Yeah,
I was
okay.
a little player. I was horrible. I was a horrible individual back then. And it's like, you know, I met him and I immediately started flirting with him. Like I was like, you know, I'm trying to make this guy jealous. You want to like go along with it. That guy never logged back into the game, by the way, just so you know. And after that, it's like Nero kind of like he tolerated me.
Was this on
friends.
IMUV?
No, this was on MMO called Forsaken World, like
Okay.
a really old MMO. And you know, we lost contact for like a year. And my little stalker ass fucking hunted him down on Skype.
So my man's Nero was like, you were like, heh, 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 and he was like, and just keep moving forward. Yo, Nero for the win! Let's go!
That's how he is. That's how he is. You got it to a T. His he says that he has 3 different right? The 1 means that he's displeased. The 2 are like he's curious, and then the he's approving. That's literally his language.
This guy's awesome. I already love him.
Oh my god. No, but yeah, he did not like me, and then we lost contact for a year. I found him on Skype again. Oh my goodness. And then after that, it's like we were just friends.
You're the dishwasher.
Move him because he will jump. He's gonna jump on the counter, and he's gonna drop whatever's on the counter to get down. He's a fucking crafty bastard. My male cat. But it's fucking rad. See, I like that because it's. I'm not trying to like. I'm not gonna throw you under the bus. I'm not trying to say this, but I do love like the guy who's like, yeah, that doesn't impress me. Like the bazonga in my face, like the attention seeking that you want me to like pay you attention. I'm not that guy, and it just walks forward. That's so fucking sexy, bro. Fuck yeah.
And it's like, you know, I was in like constant relationships as well. Like I wasn't ready to like commit to a long distance relationship. And it's like, you know, Nero developed feelings for me. He did tell me, I was well aware of it, but I was just like, I'm just gonna be friends. He helped me through the relationships, and after that guy broke up with me because he gave me confidence, I was single for like half a year. And I was just enjoying life. But then I like kind of looked at myself, like I healed myself, you know, I really took a good, hard, long look at myself.
Yeah.
And I was like, girl, why are you wasting time with all of these people who obviously don't appreciate you whenever you have a best friend that has put up with your butt for like 10 years? For 10 years, he's still sticking around? Let's give him a chance. And you know, surprisingly, my feelings for him actually grew rapidly, and I think it was because, as you said, there was like residual feelings there that I just didn't really like acknowledge until after I gave him a chance.
I get that. And I kind of always say like when they say like you like the what is it they say like when you first see someone you fall in love like
right,
like first love or first sight love or some shit like that. I always think love at first sight. There you go. Thank you, because I can't fucking English today. I always say love at first sight doesn't. I don't think it ever meant like when you first see somebody. I think it means when you first like understand somebody, and like yeah, because when you fully get to know somebody and you see them for what they bring and what they are, there is like this like almost like natural attraction to them, because you know like wow, they help their mom with this, oh they take care of their little siblings, they do this, and you're like kind of hi babush. I'm getting kisses.
Aww.
But like there is like that level of like, oh, so this is who you truly are. Wow, that person's beautiful, and I get to get a chance with them. Thank you for like showing me this side of yourself.
I 100% agree, and honestly, that's like kind of like I'm glad that I'm not single right now, like in 2025, because dude, the dating life, like how
did you see in me?
What? Baby.
You're fucking cool, Nero. That's what she saw.
Yeah, you're cool, babe. That's why you put up with my antics. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Mir has made me into like a fucking sadist. Everything, like ever since I got with him, his like personality has rubbed off on me so bad. It's become a problem, honestly. I will say that he is a problem. But no, I'm glad that I'm not like dating like or single in 2025 because I feel like in today's society, it's just, oh, meet somebody, fuck them, move on. And it's like very surface level relationships, you know? Like obviously people can like disagree with that, but I couldn't date anyone.
It is a lot right more. It's so formulaic now. Thank you so much, Chewy. Bienvenido.
Choo choo! The choo choo train is here.
Oh my god! I'm really scared to check something real quick. Oh god damn it! Damn it! No!
Oh!
It happened, guys. We did it. We hit 500 followers.
Yay!
Yo, shout out to you, Stormy Chaos. Shout out to you, Chewy. You guys.
Stormy, my
Thank
other
you,
baby.
Lady Heathen. I was like so scared. I was like, oh wait, hold on. People have been fucking following left and right. Let me check something real quick.
Amazing. Congratulations.
Oh, wow, we hit 500, guys. Now we have.
Hell yeah.
Now I owe you guys a 12-hour stream.
Good luck with that.
That's gonna be. I've done 24 hours before, dude. It's not.
Really?
Yeah, I've done 24 hours twice, I think.
Oh my god, how do you have the energy for that?
What did I do? Oh god. I think I woke up at 6 in the morning to stream.
Yeah.
And then I just didn't go back to sleep all the way till 6 in the morning. I was just streaming and shooting shit with people.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I could not do that.
I'm done after like 5 hours. Dude, I'm done after 2 hours, but like if it's fun, I can go like longer. Gracias, Chewy. Welcome. You guys got me to 500. Fuck yeah. Oh man, I'm just thankful to you guys. You guys are fucking awesome.
But yeah, I feel that.
Single-
I think like the longest. Oh, sorry, go
I
ahead.
was gonna say something with the single life, but finish what you're gonna say.
Yeah. No, you go ahead. I can wait.
You're gonna forget it.
No, I won't. I'll write it down.
You're gonna forget.
No.
Just say what you're gonna say.
Okay, I was gonna say, I think the longest stream I ever went for, I can't remember now. I think it was like almost 10 hours. And that wrecked me. Oh my god, I was dead the next day. I congratulate you on doing 2 24-hour stream and now having to do a 12-hour stream. But I do not envy you at all.
Oh,
okay,
man.
what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, like, I guess what happens in single life, because like I said, it's very formulaic now. It's really down to a formula. Like I legitly made I have a lot of ADHD, so I wrote a formula because my buddies were asking me. It was like I feel like I'm on Tinder, I feel like I'm on these dating apps, and I'm not getting any matches. And I was like, well, because no matter how, because my friends are not bad looking. My friend actually, I call him my bait boy, because like face wise, he is like just attractive. Like he gets like ladies to come to us because he's just barely physically attractive. He's like 6'2", he's got a like nice built body, decent cock, Peter Parker face. Like this man is gorgeous. The only problem he has is he's not socially he just doesn't know how to talk. So like he can get down to the nitty gritty, but like if it's like conversations, he has a problem of sometimes kind of being too harsh. I think he's on the spectrum too sometimes. Like he'll be like a girl will wear a shirt. He goes, "Do you even know that band?" She's like, "No." He goes, "Then why would you wear that shirt?" And I'm like looking at him like, why would you say that? That's kind of rude. And he goes, I just think it's weird that you would wear a shirt of something you don't know of. Like, it's kind of redundant, don't you think? And I'm like, oh my God, do you just not like getting women? Like, I get on his case. I'm like, why are you doing this?
Oh no.
I fucking agree with him.
Yeah. Okay.
I agree with him.
I think my husband's also on the spectrum. Oh,
but it's so funny because like.
No, I'm fucking not. Don't advertise yourself for something that you don't even know. It's so fucking dumb. You need help.
It was so funny.
Okay.
I love it.
I will have to agree with that a little bit because, like, me personally, I won't wear like a branding or a top if I don't know them. You know, like if I wouldn't, like my favorite band is Sleep Token. I've seen some Sleep Token merch and stuff, and it's like I don't know them that well. I just love their music. I don't know like their entire lore. I only know bits and pieces of it.
Yeah.
So it's like, I didn't even bother getting it because it's just I feel like it's injustice to them. But honestly, for your friend to point it out and be like, why are you even wearing that? It's like, oh, my guy.
And the funniest, I don't know, I try to remember what band it was, and it was a very like popular pop punk band. Cause my buddy's a big, like, we love 4 Year Strong, like we love like that stuff. And it was just like she was just using it as like an oversized tee. I'm trying to remember what it was. I don't think it wasn't Blink-182. Oh my God, it might have been like We the Kings or something. And he was just like not having it. And I remember like my other buddy was like, bro, why'd you come at her so hostile? He goes, I wasn't being hostile. I was Jilly asking a question. And I was just
no.
I was like, no, that kind of came off a little hostile.
Oh,
no. It was funny. Oh my God. I loved it so much. And I laughed because like him and our other friends are like, oh, how do we like dating app wise? Like, what are we supposed to do? And I was like, okay. So I had like a template made for them for different dating apps depending on the dating app. And I remember, this is so mean. I hate putting my friend under the bus, but I have a friend. His name is Panda. That's his nickname. And he's a little on the. He was like, look, I don't. How do I say this nicely? I don't want fat girls. And I was like, dude. And he was like, really? He was like, yeah, I don't like them. I just don't feel like I kind of like. And he told me what his preference was. And it was very like artsy girls. That was like his preference. Like he likes, you know, the Tumblr-esque girls and stuff like that. And I was like, all right, well, first off, you don't dress like that. You kind of dress like you're going to work. You have like your little Casio watch, your button-up shirt. Like you don't have like anything attractive towards them. Like you're basically trying to be what you think they want to be. So I think he's Mexican, but I think he's Mexican Korean or Mexican Filipino. I don't know what he was, but I remember I kind of was like, dude, just mess up your hair, add a little bit of like, I don't know, here, a denim jacket to your already buttoned up t-shirt, like untuck it and lose the Casio watch and just wear like a ring. And he goes, what type of ring should I wear? I was like, what do you like? I like wolves. I was like, well, here's a wolf ring. Put that on and just kind of, you know, rock this style and like, you know, post this picture of you. And he was like, I got more dates. And I was like, oh, really? I was like, oh, look at that. Like, who told you what to wear?
Oh, bless him. Like, to be fair, like, I don't really blame that on him because it's like, there's no manual to like really navigate the dating world, in my opinion.
There is
like
not.
It's either you have to learn on the spot, and sometimes if you don't have people that to like guide you, it can be dangerous out there.
And at the same time too, there's just people who just like are, and I know a lot of guys are like, why would you throw men under the bus? And it's like, because a lot of men say weird shit and do weird things. Like, and I'm sorry, people are like, if it was a handsome guy or girl wouldn't think that's creepy. I was like, because a handsome guy, do you know what a handsome looks like? he smiles, he's nice, he doesn't make someone feel scared around his energy. Like, and it's I'm not trying to be mean to other men, but like, I'm like 6'1", 6 foot. I don't like making people feel intimidated by my size, so I often would like crouch or smile a lot to like not have to make someone feel like, oh, this big guy, like he's kind of scary. Like, I don't want that energy given to people. So like when you're just kind of like doing whatever you want and making someone uncomfortable and asking somebody weird sexual questions off rip, knowing them, yeah, I'm gonna be a little weirded out by you too, pal.
There's a charisma. You have to have the charm. You have to have the charisma. And as you say, lots of smiles, just being genuinely like nice and stuff. It helps a lot, like being welcoming. Because yeah, if a guy was like 6 foot and he was like standing in the corner, crossing his arms and being broody, I wouldn't want to go say hi to him, you know?
I often act a little fruity.
Oh, fruity.
Well, look, I don't know. Like, I'm naturally very feminine as a man.
Yeah.
Like, I have like a feminine energy to me. I was raised by women, mind you. I was raised by nothing but women. So I always have like a flair for the dramatic. I'm a little bit more like, what's the word? I guess I
flamboyant.
Call it flamboyant. There you go.
Yes.
So I'm a little Liberace with it. I'm a little Prince with it. So like I always have like that kind of ish to it. So like I've never been like, oh yeah, I have to be overly masculine. I've always just been like, no, we're here to have fun, right? Let's get down. Let's have fun. We're here to like just vibe out. And there's always a guy who was like, bro, you're gay. I'm like, I mean, you want to find out? We could find out, buddy.
Oh my god. I honestly, though, kudos to you, because I don't like that like hyper masculinity in men. Because it's like, what do you have to prove? You know, why are you being a macho man for no reason? That's just
macho man.
Yeah. That's my preference, you know?
Oh man. But you know, there's a lot of just dating just is not the same anymore. It's a lot more online interactions. It's a lot more formulaic. It's all just like perception. It's not really even really about the knowing a person anymore. And I think that's why like a lot of relationships tend to be more convenience sake. Like I know there's a lot more people who are like, well, who am I gonna find? Like this person is like the best bet for me. And even and all those relationships are very shallow and hollow, and you know it's very evident, especially when a person cheats on the other person, and they're like, oh, I'm only with them because it's convenient. And it's like it sucks that we live in a world where people don't understand like convenience isn't the main reason to be with somebody. Like there's feelings involved, there's actually genuinely caring about a person, there's actually being attracted and being in love with a person. Like those are what's make a relationship amazing. Those are what make it like, you know, worth trying to be in a relationship for. Not just because, hey, I want to have kids, or hey, I want to be taken care of in life and you're the best bet. Like that shit easily breaks apart. That shit is why marriage rates and, you know, even having children are so low in America these days. Yeah,
it's all very like they settle. For what? You know, just because they don't want to be lonely or like not have kids.
Exactly. And
ridiculous, honestly.
And people, and the thing, I really wouldn't call it settling, but there is a level of like when you know like you're not satisfied with this, like at all. This is just okay for you. That's settling. Like when you're just genuinely meet a person who like makes you feel these things, but you're like, oh, but they don't have money. Oh. Like I can't be with them. I can't be with them. That's not settling. That's you following your heart. Like you have to believe in someone, and sometimes you have to hope that they're gonna, you know, do right by you. Like,
right.
It's just I'll put it this way. It's easy. It was easy to be single, but I'm happy I'm not, because I've never grown up as fast as I did after being in a relationship. I've never grown up. Like if and if I never did this, I probably would have just been single and bouncing couch to couch and just really just off a different vibe here and there. But having a person like Stony made me realize I have to grow up. I have to become a father. I have to become a parent. I have to become a husband. I have to become all these things that I really want to become. And it's still one of these things that I'm constantly trying to like, okay, I'm getting there.
Yeah, I feel you. I definitely feel like a good relationship can help you grow as a person. Because I know that I've like matured a lot ever since I got with Nero. I've worked on communication skills. I've worked on myself to be better. Was that cough to say something?
I was waiting for him to be like, oh really?
Yeah. Like, oh,
who is this person you're talking about?
Oh my goodness.
He's fucking
You have
right.
something to say?
No, I'll let this one slide.
Yeah. Very bold of you for someone within punching distance. Oh my goodness.
But yeah, I think we like.
Yeah.
But
yes, what are you saying, please?
But yeah, I think that's the beauty in finding like your person, is when you're able to just like I'll put it this way: I've never truly been able to be like naturally myself with a person at all. Like I've always felt like I've had to hold back, like at least like a thing or two, or like I've never been able to be like so comfortable with a person that I could just be like, you know, just cute with, to be like unguarded with, to like I used to go into relationships going like, hey, relax. I used to go into relationships thinking like, oh, if they cheat, it is what it is. There's always another girl out there, and like kind of like not really caring about a partner, and that being a fight for some reason. I think was one of my like one of the past relationships. Like, you don't care that I go out, and like I don't care. So like you don't get jealous. I was like, well, if you cheat on me, I'm just gonna leave you, and I will find another woman. Right. Like it's not gonna be that hard. And they're like, you don't care about me that much. Like you already have a plan for it. I was like, I trust that you're gonna do what you're gonna do, and if that's, you know, cheat on me, then I've already prepared for it. Then so be it. So you like, I'm not gonna cry over you. Why would I cry over you? There's a dime a dozen of you. And like I used to be heartless, dude. I used to be a fucking. I used to not care, like rigidly, like I didn't have a heart for some people that I was with, and now with a person that I am with, it's hard not to not care. Like when she's sad, I feel sad. When she's in pain, I'm in pain. When she struggles, I can see it and it hurts me. Like that level of like loving a person is never like filtered or like followed myself, and to have that now, it's scary if I'd ever lose it, but I'm grateful for having it now.
Oh, that's honestly pretty sweet. I don't know. I always tell people that like if anything happened to Nero, because I'm already like a demisexual, as in like I can't have romantic, like I can't have sexual like relationships with people if I don't have emotional side of it. I love you. So it's like, oh, your doggo?
No, she's giving me a hug. She's really happy what I said.
Oh, that's so fucking cute.
The fuck, your hair's in my face.
Oh my goodness.
It's in my face. It was tickling my face and my nose. I love you. But you were saying about you and Nero?
I was just saying that, you know, if anything happened to him, like I don't ever think we're not breaking up, like we're not getting divorced ever. He'd be trapped in my basement if he ever tried. But if anything like physically happened to him, I don't think I would ever date again. Like bottom of my heart, I don't think I would ever like want to be with another person. Just because he's my person, you know? Yeah. I could never ever replace that or even come close to something like that again.
No, I fully agree. Like, I mean, Stony has disabilities, So sometimes she needs like a wheelchair, sometimes she needs a cane, and she often sometimes in her saddened moments goes like, I can understand if you wanted an easier partner in life. And I was like, no, I'm prepared for this. And I tell her this because she's like, I'm really gonna be sad one day if I can never use my legs at all. I'm like, you shouldn't be, because then I carry you. She goes, what if I get heavy? Then I get stronger. And then she was just like, why? Like, I love you. And I was like, yeah, like I don't, this is it for me. I'm happy with this. Like, if I were to lose you, I'm single again, and that's how I'm gonna end life. Like, there's no woman who's gonna have my heart. There's no women that I'm gonna like settle down with. Like, if I have to like bust a nut, it's just gonna be a random woman every day. It's not gonna be, there's not 1,000 women that can equal her. I love you too. She says, I love this man so much I can't even put it in words.
Oh my god. You wanna know what Nira just said?
What?
He said that if I ever became a cripple, he would make me a doghouse.
Why am I laughing?
Yeah. But it's okay because I tell him every day, if I ever had to use a wheelchair, I don't trust him.
Oh,
and
really?
he doesn't trust me in a wheelchair. Yeah, no, we are terrible. Like, we are terrible to each other in like the best way, because we're very playful.
Yeah.
And it's like, if he was in a wheelchair, I would like, you know, rock, paper, scissors his life in the middle of the road.
Oh, shit.
It's bad.
I'm gonna, you know what?
But it's okay.
We're gonna, before we end this, I'm gonna tell a story how I knew Stony was the one. And
yeah, tell me.
This is okay. This is gonna be a gross story.
Oh my god, I'm ready. I'm so ready.
This is funny though. So this is how I knew that like Stony was the one for me. So I had eaten, I don't know what I was eating. I think I was eating something spicy, or I was eating something that like upset my stomach. And she wanted to go see her friends, and I was like, oh yeah, we can go see your friend. And she was kind of excited because she was like, oh yeah, I wait to see my friend today. So I was like, oh yeah, let's go. So my stomach was already a little upset, but I thought I had gotten all of it out of me, and I was like, all right, let's go driving. And as we were driving, I get the grumbles, and I was like, oh, my stomach hurts. Oh, that's weird. And we were on the freeway, and I'm just like, oh my god. And she's like, what? What's wrong? And I was like, I gotta find a bathroom now. And she's like, you okay? I was like, yeah, my stomach's killing me. She was like, yeah, look, we can go. We're passing by an area I know, so let's go over there. So I go to the gas station, and I feel like I'm the dad from Friday. I'm like, open up. And they're like, sorry, occupado. I was like, fuck, oh my god. So I run back to my car, and I go to a McDonald's, and the McDonald's, they're like, yeah, you need to buy something in order to like use the bathroom. And I'm like, oh my god. And they even said like, oh, we don't use public restrooms either, so like there's probably a line for the bathroom. And I'm screaming, I'm almost crying. I'm like, oh my god, I'm not gonna make it. And
no.
So I didn't make it. No. I shat myself. And I remember being just so fucking embarrassed. And I remember looking at her, and I was so truthful. I was like, baby, I shot myself. I looked at her. She was just like, oh, baby. She held me. She gave me a kiss on the head. And she's like, are you okay? I'm like, no, I am not. I need to fix this situation very fast. And she was like, well, I have wipies in my purse, because she had makeup on. And she's like, oh, I have a whole thing of wipies. I was like, thank you. And I'm like so serious, and I'm just like, oh my god, I'm gonna die here. And she's like, okay, where are we gonna go next? I went to the Panera, and they gave me the code, and I'm walking, and I fucking feel it. I'm just like, I hate everything right now. And you know, I finish up the business, I throw away the evidence, and I do my best to clean up. And I was like, we need to get home now. I need a shower. I need to feel clean again. She goes, yeah, of course. Yeah, we can go home. Then we can just hang out and watch movies. I was like, thank you. I'm saying this all like deadpan serious. Because I'm like ready for I'm ready for like a fucking, yeah, like that was weird. And I think we should like not be together. And then I just remember telling her like, I'm so sorry. She's no, it's fine. Like, I'm not gonna like be mad over this or like be sad over this. Like, I'm just trying to make sure. Are you okay? Are you sick or something? Like, do we need to get anything before we go home to like help your stomach? And I was like, no, just want to go home. And
oh my god.
And that's how I knew she was the one. She didn't break up with me after I shat myself.
Amazing.
She was ready to like, okay, well, let's fix this problem and let's get you home.
Oh my god, that's absolutely amazing. I love that for you guys. Oh my goodness. No.
What did Nero say?
He was like, do you want to test this out? And I was like, no. And the reason why I say this is because we have a similar story. He didn't shit himself, thankfully. And if he did, fine, whatever. But we drove an hour away for a Chinese buffet.
Sweet.
And literally, as we leave, like not even 5 minutes down the road, he was like, oh no, I need to shit. And I was just like, oh, baby. And my man fucking held it in for the rest of the hour drive.
He's a stronger man than me, it seems.
And I was just like, I had to like resist tickling him. I was about to tempt fate. I kept poking him and I kept threatening it, and he was like, baby, if you don't stop, I'm gonna shit myself right here. Oh my goodness.
God, man. Yeah, no, I think this is a fun podcast.
It was. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Oh man, thank you for allowing me to like change the schedule. It was like a last.
Yeah.
I didn't. I wasn't expecting it, but something came up that I needed to change the date. So I was like, okay, well, we gotta shift this day either before or after.
Yeah, no, of course. I completely understand. I'm just happy that you invited me, honestly. This was really, really fun.
What do you want?
Yes, thank you.
My male cat, he's just like, what? You want to beat up your brother? Well, come on the bed, beat him up. My cat, oh my lord. But yeah, thank you for coming. All your people for hearing the story of how I shat myself. No, he's not. He's on the floor.
We don't judge.
This is just fun. See, this is why I do the podcast, is because it's just fun to hang out with somebody and like, no pun intended, shoot the shit with them and just like and just talk and just like get to know them better and have a fun like talking time.
Yeah, it was really fun. Thank you again.
Oh my
and
God.
Thank you as well for all of my little freaks for being here and supporting Papiwolf. And congratulations again on 500.
Now I gotta like plan the schedule and set up a date sometime. I don't know, maybe not this next week, but maybe the week after. I'll once I figure it all out, I'll have everything ready. I'll make a slots for people who want slots. I'll make like time slots for people who want to join the games and whatnot.
Amazing.
It'll be fun. I'll make sure everyone has a chance to jump in and play games like Uno, Lethal Company, and all that D&D.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun.
I know.
Yes, thank you again.
I know Kaizo was like, I want to play D&D soon. I was like, all right, I'll fix that up.
D&D is very fun, and so is Uno. Me and Mira play dirty Uno, so we should definitely play again sometime. Like play with each other sometime.
Oh yeah.
Because I think you would enjoy playing with Mira.
Do you guys play with all the rules on, so that way we can fuck each other over?
Yes.
That's the only way to play.
Yes, we do. Exactly. If
the game doesn't like to the point where someone's like, I have to go do stuff, can we just like declare a winner? I'm like, yeah, when you just say you quit, so I can be the winner.
Yeah, he's like that. He's like, literally, we were playing It Takes Two. This motherfucker wouldn't let me off a mini game until I surrendered. Even though I was like beating him, I was like, baby, my hand's getting tired. And he was just like, okay, well, either play it with me until I win or surrender. And I was just like, oh, you're, I'm fine. I surrender. Here, you'll win.
Okay. Do you have anything in the works or coming up right now? Do you have anything that you're working on?
Honestly, I have a new starting screen for back to be an ending screen that I'm commissioning. I have a new outfit in the works. But apart from that, no. I'm just vibing.
Awesome. All right. What we do at the end here is I let you lead the raid. So you find somebody that is live and we go raid them.
Oh, I definitely feel like we should raid my twin, King Seabrom.
Awesome.
He is currently playing Valorant right now.
Awesome. I would love to show him respect. Me and him have similar stories. We're brothers on the same battlefield.
He's lovely, honestly. I freaking adore him.
Okay. I actually have him right here so I can be ready to raid him. So that's what's perfect. That's what I love about when it's kind of easier when it has already there. So we're gonna raid King Seabrom. Is there anything else you want to say before we go?
No, just that I appreciate being here and I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you again.
Thanks for coming on, guys. It has been fun. You all have been amazing, and I'm happy that we hit our goal. I love that we were able to hang out with Juvie and get to know her better and talk shit and whatnot. Literally.
Oh my goodness.
She's been a joy, and you guys will probably eventually I'll do more collabs soon eventually. That being said, have a wonderful day. Stay tuned because we're about to go raid King Seabrom, and I will see you guys very soon. I can't remember. My schedule was made. I'm too lazy to look at it right now. All right. Goodbye.
Bye.